A service of KIBMradio.com, the Internet's home for an all old-time radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
If you like good beer, you'll find it pays to be curious and learn about Schlitz for yourself. And now, The Halls of Ivy.
In all the halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. Dr. Hall, William Todhunter Hall, the president of Ivy, has problems shared by Mrs. Hall, the former Victoria Cromwell of the London stage. Problems not entirely curricular. Their immediate worry concerns the sudden and so far undiagnosed illness of a last night's dinner guest, Mr. Clarence Wellman, who's now recovering, everybody hopes, from an outrageously swollen nose in the extra bedroom.
Toddy, may I tell you something?
Of course, my dear. What is it?
You are the only man I know who can pace back and forth while sitting motionless in a chair.
Well, I'm worried, Victoria. Seeing the nose of the chairman of the Board of Governors turn a violent crimson immediately after he has dined as a guest in one's house is a privilege granted few college presidents. I say privilege in the sense that seeing the Grand Canyon at sunset is a privilege. Do you think Penny did something to his gluten bread?
There's nothing you can do to gluten bread. You either eat it or throw it away.
But Mr. Wellman's illness distresses me. He and I have clashed over policy ever since his election to the board, and he's almost certain now, consciously or unconsciously, to lay both his nose and his stomach squarely at my door.
Well, really?
Well, you know what I mean. Do you suppose he'll recover in time to participate in the Charter Day ceremony?
I doubt it. He'd never have stayed here all night unless he really felt awful, and his nose looked it. Couldn't you postpone it for a while?
Postpone the Charter Day ceremony?
Yes. Why must it begin precisely at 10 o'clock?
Well, for the same reason that the guards at Buckingham Palace wear those towering bearskins instead of our freshman beanies. It's traditional. It's been traditional for the Charter Day ceremony to begin at 10 ever since that morning back in 1640, when the governor of the colony granted a small group of pirates, smugglers, and slave dealers the right to found the college for the propagation of all virtues. Virtues which, by the way, if practiced by the founders, would have kept them much too poor to do anything of the sort. Now, I...
Lost the thread?
I seem to have lost the entire spool. Yes. I was discussing tradition. Now, I hold no brief for tradition as such, but there are some traditions which are valuable and should, I feel, be maintained. Especially in these days, when the notion prevails that the highest aim of all human endeavor is to guess correctly, for a fabulous prize, the name of some popular song. I also...
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, what is it, Penny?
A young man at the door. Says he's a photographer from some picture magazine.
Oh, yes. Have him come in.
Yes, sir.
A photographer?
Yes. The publishers phoned yesterday and asked if they could send someone to take pictures for an early issue. In addition to shots of the ceremony, they want a few of me. You know, the sort of thing, the president of Ivy having breakfast, and donning his cap and gown, and... silly, of course, and a bother, but perhaps of value to the school.
Shall I leave?
No, not at all. I don't think you'll disturb him. He'll merely photograph me at this end of the room. Where are my cap and gown?
On the chair behind you.
Do I look all right?
Like the very model of a college president.
Dr. Hall?
Yes, good morning.
I'm Luther Bland of Exposure Magazine.
Of course. How do you do? Victoria, may I introduce Mr. Bland? Mr. Bland?
Vicky Cromwell, isn't it?
Why, yes. Well, that is, I was before you.
I was in love with you once for a whole week.
Oh, how nice.
When you entertained the troops at Anzio. Oh, you don't remember me, of course, but I can still hear you singing, "Cool Ain't I the One, though."
Mr. Bland, I was thinking that if you did come here to take pictures...
Oh, yes, sir.
Perhaps one of me is standing here, near the window.
Would you mind raising the blind, sir, for a bit more light?
Yes, sir. Now, how's that?
Swell. Now, Mrs. Hall, if I could trouble you for a smile.
Like this?
Yes. Dr. Hall, you're throwing a shadow on her. Perhaps if you stood behind me.
Oh, yes, of course.
Good. Now, hold it, Mrs. Hall.
Now, this might make a good one. One of me sitting at the table.
Mrs. Hall, I'd like one of you... Well, one of you with your eyes sort of crinkling above the rim of the coffee cup.
How's this?
Dr. Hall.
Yes?
If you held back the curtain, there would be a better highlight in her hair. Good. But stand back a bit further, or you'll be in the frame.
Yes, we mustn't have that, must we?
A bit more crinkle, Mrs. Hall. Good.
That's a very nice camera you have.
I even remember the dress you wore at Anzio.
Well, it was intended that everyone should.
I used to own a camera.
We remembered you all right, Mrs. Hall. The dress and everything in it.
I'm very flattered, Mr. Bland.
It was a Brownie box camera. First prize for Sunday school attendance.
Sort of hold up the coffee pot, Mrs. Hall, as though you were about to pour. That's it.
Had a little carrying strap, I remember.
Now, Dr. Hall.
Yes?
How about one of you?
Well, if you have any film left,
Well, one of you with Mrs. Hall. Now, let's see now. Suppose she sort of fixes your tie.
Oh, like this?
Exactly. I think I'll shoot it over Dr. Hall's shoulder. No, don't turn your head around to me, sir. Look at her.
Yeah, well, if I may suggest a caption, the former Miss Victoria Crumble, star of English stage and friend.
Well, I think that will give me all we need on this angle.
Really? All you need?
Mm-hmm. Now, sir, can you tell me something about the ceremony itself so I'll have an idea on how to plan my shots?
Well, at 9:55, there will be a knock at my front door.
Mm-hmm.
It'll be a messenger from the chief proctor. Customarily, the messenger is the youngest member of the student body.
Who is it this year?
A prodigy named Merton Savada, who is, I believe, not quite 14.
A freshman at 13?
No, not a freshman. He is at present working for his master's degree. He took his A.B. at Columbia last year. Then, at 10 o'clock, the procession will come to a halt in front of this house. And the chief proctor will knock upon the door 3 times with his staff of office. Your readers may be interested in a picture of that staff, because picture magazines do have readers, don't they?
I think some of our subscribers can read.
Yes. Well, the proctor's staff was fashioned from the limb of a walnut tree.
Mm-hmm.
Sent as a gift by the University of Paris, and brought to this country by Benjamin Franklin. At the knock, I open the door, and, accompanied by the chairman of the board, stand on the front steps. At our appearance, a tenor soloist sings Gaudium Zigiter a cappella.
It's very, very impressive, Mr. Bland. I get a lump in my throat every time I see it.
Well, then the chairman of the board takes his place at the head of the procession and leads it to the chapel. I follow. Once there, several hymns, a few speeches, the reading of the charter, and it's all over.
Well, it sounds most interesting, Doctor. Thanks very much for your help, sir. I'll be going over to the North Gate now.
Yes, I hope I didn't spoil any of your pictures by getting my shadow into them.
I don't think so. I was pretty careful. Goodbye, Mrs. Hall. Wonderful to have seen you again.
Well, thank you very much.
Right. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Oh, what a nice young man. How well you describe the charter day, Toddy. There's so many things that puzzle me about these school ceremonies. You always manage to make them so clear.
Well, thank you, but what sort of things, Vicky?
Well, for instance, why is it that ceremony where you award the diplomas called commencement when it always comes at the end of the school year?
That's a very good question.
I thought so.
Well, commencement, as everyone knows. You know, Vicky, I have a theory about Mr. Wellman's nose. I suspect that it's the result of simple, ordinary stage fright.
Stage fright?
Yes. I think that he is so terrified at making his speech at the Charter Day ceremonies that his subconscious mind has come rushing to his aid with a geranium effect on his nose. He wants to be excused from speaking and doesn't even realize it.
Well, I certainly know a lot of ways to treat stage fright.
For example?
Well, it's all a matter of psychology. Every actress is a practicing psychologist, you know, whether she knows it or not.
Yes, but in Mr. Wellman's case...
In Mr. Wellman's case, we must first make up our minds that we will simply ignore his nose.
That's quite a hurdle, Victoria. It's a bit like asking a traveling architect to ignore the Taj Mahal.
Nevertheless, dear, we must not concentrate on the very thing we're trying to relieve. In his case, his nose.
Well, what do we concentrate on? If I may end a sentence with a preposition, and in my own home, I think I may.
We must not refer to his nose. We must build up his confidence in himself with praise. We must say nice things to him. What can we say nice about Mr. Wellman?
Can you give me a few minutes on that?
Certainly, dear.
Now, let me see. I have never seen him actually kick a dog. I never...
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
Before we return to the halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman, let's visit a psychology professor on another campus. He wants to tell you how scientific curiosity led him to make a pleasant discovery.
Well, I'm a professor, all right, but not the absent-minded variety. This is somewhat of a disappointment to my wife and 2 daughters who would like nothing better than a good excuse for directing my activities. As it is, they do pretty well without one. After last semester, for example, they packed me off to a dude ranch for a vacation. My instructions were to forget psychology and experiments. I tried. But the very first day, circumstances forced me to conduct what I like to call my favorite unsuccessful experiment. I was watching a group of guests come in from a horseback ride. It was hot that day, and they were tired and dusty, but our host seemed to know just what to do. He hustled out cool bottles of beer. Schlitz, I noticed from the labels. This beer was greeted with smiles of welcome that changed to looks of pleasure as the guests drank. I began wondering, as a psychologist, mind you, what there was about Schlitz to cause such a marked reaction of pleasure. So I tasted Schlitz, and my experiment collapsed. How could I maintain my scientific attitude when I wanted so hard to concentrate on the famous Schlitz flavor? I waited till next day to try another glass, and again had the same wonderful reaction. Now that I'm home, I keep my own supply of Schlitz. Of course, I'm no longer experimenting. I drink Schlitz for the pleasure it gives me. And when I serve it to my friends and I see the looks of satisfaction on their faces, I can't help thinking to myself, no wonder they call Schlitz the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
That surround us here today.
Now, now that Dr. Hall has had a few minutes to think of some redeeming feature of Mr. Wellman's character and remember not to concentrate on his nose, maybe he... No, too late. Here's the subject himself.
Good morning, Mr. Wellman.
Good morning, Mr. Wellman.
Good morning to you both.
Won't you sit down?
Thank you. Is there something amiss with my necktie? You both keep staring at me.
No. It's a very handsome necktie. I was admiring it.
Thank you. My daughter gave it to me. I have always believed she has excellent taste.
Oh, her good taste is quite obvious, Mr. Wellman. As plain, in fact, as the
As the shoes on your feet.
That's rather an odd simile.
I do hope you're feeling better this morning.
I'm still a bit queasy.
Oh, that's too bad. I wonder if you'd care to try a rather old remedy many people I know have used with much success.
I would be grateful for almost anything.
Well, what did you have in mind, Victoria?
Have we any shingle nails, William?
Shingle nails?
Shingle nails? Isn't that a rather ridiculous...
Well, never mind. Let it go. I knew you'd think it was ridiculous, Mr. Wellman.
No, Mrs. Hall, I'm sorry. Tell me, I don't care if this idea was suggested by a Hindu voodoo man. You were saying something about shingle nails. How do I eat them?
No, you don't eat them, Mr. Wellman. You place the point of the nail against your left thumb, put the head of the nail against your right thumb, and think about something else for 5 minutes. Will you go get a shingle nail, William?
Well, don't just stand there, Dr. Hall. Get her a shingle nail.
A shingle nail? Yes. I'll see if I can find one.
Thank you, dear.
See if I can find one.
Thank you, dear. Now, please sit down, Mr. Wellman.
Thank you. No, I'm too restless, Mrs. Hall. This shingle nail thing. I've often wondered just how much scientific basis there was for some of our odd superstitions. Perhaps this shingle nail business has some magnetic property that, now steel now, and electric, negative, and positive, and all that.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
I'm sorry, Vicky, but I couldn't find a shingle nail. But here's a horseshoe nail. Would that do?
Wonderful, William. Simply wonderful. It really takes a horseshoe nail. I had no idea it was one in the house. But I think a shingle nail is a good thing to have in reserve, just in case. Take another look, will you, please?
Yes, I'll be very glad to.
That's a dear.
I think I know exactly what you want.
Yeah.
Well, let me take the nail, Mrs. Hall. Now, how do I hold it? Like this?
No. The point against the left thumb.
The point
That's
against
it. Now, the head against the right thumb.
Yes.
Now, just hold it. We just talk. Get your mind off it.
What shall we talk about?
Oh, the weather, television, stock market, your speech. That's it. Your speech. What did you plan to say at the Charter Day ceremony, Mr. Wellman?
Well, I open by saying, ladies and gentlemen.
That's very good, very good.
It is?
Of course it is. Because after all, the people you're talking to are ladies and gentlemen. Now, keep the point of the nail against your left thumb.
Oh, yes. It struck me as being a rather good way to start.
Oh, yes, it is. Now, keep the head against the right thumb. See, that's it. Now, then what do you say?
And then I say, we are gathered here today.
Ah, that's nice.
You like that, Mrs. Hall?
Yes, I do, Mr. Wellman. After all, it is today. And they will be gathered there. It has something of the truth and simplicity of the Gettysburg Address. And then how does your speech go, Mr. Wellman?
And then I say, we are gathered here today to honor the men and women who, by their noble deeds and humility...
The door.
Yes, dear, I heard it.
But that's your cue.
Yes.
I mean, you're on.
Vicky, I may be on, but I'd prefer to have the reminder couched in slightly more formal terms. This is an occasion of some importance.
May I go with you?
Of course.
Well, I just stand here off stage and watch.
That's funny, I thought...
Good morning, sir.
Oh, there you are, down there.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Master Scholar.
It is my pleasure, sir, as well as my duty to inform you that I bear a message from the Chief Proctor.
What is the message, Master Scholar?
Sir, the faculty and the students escorting the charter bearing the seal of the colony are approaching.
Thank you, Master Scholar, and good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Now, shouldn't you be getting ready?
Well, the procession will take a little time to get here, but I should get started.
Let me help you on with your robe, Toddy. Now, there, that's it. Oh, you do look pretty.
Thank you, my dear. Where is Mr. Wellman? Has your medicine cured him?
I think so. He told me so himself. Oh, he wouldn't miss the boat. Not that I'm against boat missing. In fact, darling, I like people who miss boats.
Well, if that's a personal reference, my dear, missing a boat was the most intelligent thing I ever did. Young Professor Hall on board ship with only a few minutes remaining of his 5 months sabbatical in England. His last few dollars invested in a passage from Southampton back home to New York. And his emotions invested in a beautiful actress whom he would probably never see again.
William, dear, That's the last going ashore warning.
Yes, I know.
And I haven't got a ticket. So if you don't mind letting go of me, I'd better be...
No, that can't possibly be the last warning. They must give several. Good heavens, they don't expect people to dash aboard, hand somebody a basket of fruit and dash off again. Oh, Vicky, I
wish they'd play something a little less sentimental, don't you?
Yes.
It's difficult enough to wish a friend goodbye on New Year's Eve. Without underscoring it like that.
Oh, I hate saying goodbye to you anywhere at any time, Victoria. Oh, mere words at times like these.
I haven't many words either, William. About 3, in fact. Little ones.
3 little words for me? Vicky, you don't mean...
Yes. I'll miss you.
Oh. Oh, yes. That is 3 words, isn't it? You know, it's going to be hard to concentrate on my work when I get back to the United States.
I like that.
I'll forever be thinking such thoughts as... This is Monday. It was on a Monday that Victoria and I drove to Stratford to see Shakespeare's home.
Stop for buns at Banbury Cross on the way.
Then on Tuesday... It was a Tuesday that Victoria and I visited Madame Tussaud's waxworks.
Yeah, and you tried to tip the wax doorman.
Yes. And on a Thursday... Oh, Vicky, I wish we had it all to do over again.
Perhaps we can. Sometime soon.
I'm afraid not soon, dear. Professors don't get sabbaticals every year.
I know. But the play I'm in might be produced in New York.
When? Has it been... Did you... Has anything been said about it?
No, but something's going to be.
Oh, good. Vicky.
Yes?
Will you remember the address I gave you and write to me?
Yes. Of course I will, dear. I promise. And if you let go my hands, I'll cross my heart.
I don't want to let you go, Vicky. Ever.
William, dear, I must leave.
Yes, I know. Vicky, I love you very much. Will you marry me?
Oh, you know I will. I thought you were going to leave without asking me.
I almost did. Oh, darling. What's that? Oh, it's the steward. Yes, steward, take my luggage ashore. I'm not sailing. Come on, Vicky.
William, dear, it's Mr. Wellman.
Oh, good. He's just in time. I say, Wellman, take these bags off the ship. I'm taking the next one. Hurry now. That's a good chap.
No, William. It's Mr. Wellman, our guest.
Well, why doesn't he take the luggage, eh? Well, our guest.
Were you talking about me, Dr. Hall? And what? Luggage?
What luggage? Did I say... Oh, it's you, Mr. Wellman. I'm sorry.
William, where have you been?
I'm afraid I was a little bit at sea, my dear. Or almost. I'm sorry, Mr. Wellman. It was... Oh, good heavens. What's happened to your nose? It looks like a nose again.
Doesn't it, though? Doesn't it? That's exactly what it looks like. That's a remarkable remedy you possess, Mrs. Hall. Horseshoe nail. Remarkable. Entirely remarkable. And may I say, Dr. Hall, that your robe is extremely becoming?
Thank you.
Yes, I hope mine has as fine a drape.
I see no reason why it shouldn't.
And you'll be in the ceremony, Mr. Wellman.
Oh, of course. Wouldn't miss it for the world. Going to read a speech. Darn good speech, too. Dictated myself. Reminded Mrs. Hall of Lincoln's Gettysburg Address.
Oh, I'm delighted. Here, let me help you on with your gown.
Oh, yes, thank you.
There it is. Our caps, if you please, Victoria. Thank you. Are you ready, sir?
I am. My arm, Mrs. Hall. All ready, Doctor?
What are you thinking, Toddy?
What I always think when I hear that sound. Socrates questioning the Athenian youth. Renaissance students obtaining licenses to beg their way through college. Dr. Einstein playing his violin, safe on the campus at Princeton instead of being a bit of charred bone at Buchenwald or Auschwitz. Sir Francis Bacon catching the cold from which he died by stuffing a fowl with snow to test the theory of refrigeration. And astronomers alone in observatories on cold and starry nights. And the inscription carved above the library entrance, "You shall know the truth, and the truth will make you free." Vicky, look. There goes Wellman. What the devil was that shingle nonsense you gave him?
Well, it isn't nonsense if it works, dear. And it did work. Look at him. See how he squared his shoulders. I just gave him back a little self-confidence, and his nose deflated like a great big red in a tube. It was fascinating.
I imagine it was. Why don't you ever give me a treatment like that?
You don't need it, Toddy.
Oh, I'm not so sure of that today. I'm afraid this speech of mine is a trifle weak.
Your speeches are never weak. How does it go?
Well, I begin by saying honored visitors, governors, gentlemen of the faculty, and students.
Splendid.
You think so?
Yes, perfect. How does it go from there?
Well, then I say, having but recently been reappointed as president of Ivy College...
Oh, William, that's wonderful. Because you were just recently appointed. Go on.
It is my considered opinion that in the ensuing semester, the plans which we have formed... You know, maybe this speech is better than I thought.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, after that, I say...
Yes, dear?
You can even do it without a nail, can't you?
I was curious. I tasted it. Now I know why Schlitz is the beer that made Milwaukee famous.
And here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
You know, my dear, your choice of that horseshoe nail I thought was very silly at first, but I'm beginning to regard it as being richly symbolic.
Symbolic? For what, for goodness sake?
Well, of Mr. Wellman's being continually underfoot. Did I ever recite my little verse on superstition? I rather fancied myself as a poet when quite young.
Go on, I'd love to hear it.
Well, to the best of my memory, it went, from ancient days the symbols came, the sign, the amulet, the charm, the seal, the ring, the coin, a name to conjure with and shield from harm. Faith in and dread of all these things is one of man's great racial quirks. But down through time the question rings, why scorn the gimmick if it works?
Oh, darling, I do think that's wonderful. But is it just superstition when it works? Do you mean that?
Vicky, that's why poets live in inaccessible garrets, so no one can ask them what they mean. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Herbert Butterfield, Gloria Gordon, Peter Leeds, and Henry Blair. Tonight's script was written by Walter Brown Newman and Don Quinn. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolfe, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Oh, we love the halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away.
Next, hear We the People over most of these same NBC stations.
Jack Benny is the guest of Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman on the Halls of Ivy. Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. For the past few days, Dr. William Todhunter Hall, president of Ivy College, has been almost completely unaware of the undercover campus activities of his wife, Victoria, former star of the English stage. In fact, he betrays his unawareness by asking at the breakfast table,
Vicky, my darling, I've been so busy lately, I've hardly seen you. What have you been doing that's interesting?
Oh, the usual things, Toddy. I chairman the book club Monday, met with the faculty women Wednesday, gave the student mothers group a short lecture on diaper folding on Thursday, met with
Excuse me, but where did you learn diaper folding?
in the theatre in England.
Really? Of course, I know naturally that no course in dramatics is complete without the eternal triangle, but My mental picture of that geometric figure seems to have been badly painted. To me, you were always the glamorous beauty, waited on hand and foot by adoring lackeys, champagne at elbow, and sobbing violins behind the potted palm.
Well, I've seen my share of pocket lackeys in my day, but... This is before I rated a star on my dressing room door, when I was the Cromwell kid, the one with the rather good legs in the second row.
Well, what else have you been doing?
Well, for one thing, I've signed Jack Benny for the annual charity benefit show.
That's nice. What else?
What do you mean, what else? Did you hear what I just said?
Of course I heard you, my sweet. You signed somebody for the annual Ivy benefit show.
It's not just somebody, Toddy. Jack Benny.
Oh? How did you manage to persuade this John Benny to help out?
Not John, Toddy. It's Jack.
Oh. You know, the instant intimacy established between two members of the theatrical world is a beautiful thing. 3 minutes after meeting for the first time, you find them locked in a fervent embrace, calling each other darling, swearing never to part again. And as they leave each other, murmuring, he looks a lot thinner in pictures. I wonder if he wears a girdle.
You know so much about it, dear. You must know who Jack Benny is.
Oh, the name's familiar to me, of course. Jack Benny, yes, he's in radio, isn't he?
Mr. Benny is radio.
Rather an all-encompassing statement, my dear, it seems to me. How about Carlton Bourne and Meet the Funny People?
That's two shows, darling. People are funny and Meet the People. Toddy, you don't seem to realize what a wonderful thing it's going to be to have Jack Benny here, right here on the campus. The greatest drawing party we've ever had.
Someone at the door, Vicky.
Well, all right, I'll get it. You
bell, doorbell, telephone bell, classroom bell.
I'd like you to meet Mr. Morton, Milton Morton, Mr. Benny's advance man.
Oh, yes. How do you do, Mr. Morton?
Hiya, Dr. Hall. Thought as long as I was fixing up this guest shot for Jack, I might as well meet the big wheel. Probably won't have to bother you with details. I think I got everything nailed down okay.
Nailed down?
Oh, you know, he just means he's got everything under control. The publicity, billboards, concessions, parking facilities, you know.
Incidentally, is there a hunk of high brass around here named Wellman or Wellman or something? Or Clarence Wellman?
Clarence Wellman?
Oh, yeah, that's him, Clarence Wellman. What goes with him anyway?
Oh, hypertension. And an interesting assortment of anxiety neuroses to give you a clinical answer, Mr. Morton. Why do you ask?
Well, he's been chasing me around all day yesterday and this morning on the telephone. He's up on his big fat ear about something, and, well, I've been ducking him till I could finish my job. Who did you say he was?
Mr. Wellman is the chairman of the Board of Governors of Ivy College.
Oh, fine. Got to be such a pest yesterday that I had been leaving messages all around town telling him to go fry a pig. What is this typhoid marriage particular grief? Does he hate actors?
No. To be perfectly fair to Mr. Wellman, he has nothing but the best interests of this college at heart.
Yeah, then why...
However, his methods are somewhat lacking in grace. Apparently, he has a heart of gold and an abiding fear that someone will report his possession of it to the government. How about a little coffee, Mr. Morton?
No, thanks. I had my breakfast earlier. 2 Boilermakers and a pound of Benzedrine. No, I just wanted to check in, Doctor, and tell you how we appreciate Mrs. Hall.
Oh, nonsense.
I don't think it's nonsense, Victoria. Merely to know you is to appreciate you. Thank you for coming by, Mr. Morton, and I'm sure Mr. Bunny's appearance will be most successful.
It's Benny, dear, not funny.
Oh, well, wasn't there a John Bunny? Stout chap. Played opposite a woman named Flora Finch, I believe. When I was a boy...
No, that was another fellow, Doctor. No, this is Jack Benny. Rhymes with Penny if he can arrange it. And believe me, he can. Inside joke, I tell you. Mrs. Hall, thanks for your help, and take my word for it, you were a help. Now, never underrate her, Doc. This kid's really hep. Well, it's nice to have met you both.
Goodbye.
Well, it's nice to know I am married to a charming, beautiful woman who is also a kid that is hep. I suppose from Mr. Morton's tone of voice that this is the show business equivalent of the Nobel Prize.
Well, yes, it was intended to be complimentary, at least. Yeah, I'm going over to the auditorium, Toddy.
Wait a minute, darling. I'll go to the door.
Dr. Hall!
Oh, please come in. Mr. Wellman.
I did not come over here for bandy words, Dr. Hall. I came because of the situation which this campus, which affects seriously the dignity and the... what I mean is when Ivy College must stoop to acquire the services of a radio buffoon... bolster some charity affair. It's a pretty how do you do, Mrs. Hall?
Well, how do you do, Mr. Wellman?
I assume you are speaking of the guest appearance here of Mr. Jack Bennet.
I certainly am. It's sad enough that we should seek the assistance of this performer, and worse, that the wife of our president should not only have instigated this affair...
Mr. Wellman.
What is it?
Specifically, what is your complaint?
Do you object to Mr. Benny as a performer, Mr. Wellman?
Definitely not, Mrs. Hall. As radio comedians go, he is probably very good. In fact, he is good. I have heard him several times myself. He has even made me laugh. Out loud.
No.
Yes. What?
Nothing.
Oh. Do you realize what this man and his accomplices have done, Dr. Hall?
No, but anyone who can make you laugh out loud, Mr. Wellman, must have powers denied to ordinary mortals. But what has this genius done now?
It is disgraceful. As you must know, there are certain coincidental sources of revenue which accompany many public and semi-public functions here at Ivy. Extra chair rentals, parking concessions, refreshments, programs. These are things which have traditionally been the rights and prerogatives of local people.
That's exactly what...
Do you know who has by some sort of conniving made arrangements to handle all these concessions himself?
You don't mean...
Jack Benny! He signed up every possible need of revenue. He will sell the programs. He will rent the extra chairs. He will sell the hot dogs. The beer and the popcorn. He will park the cars, and for 29 cents, he will wash the car.
Have you spoken to Mr. Morton about it?
I can't catch up with the man. I telephoned him all day yesterday, no morning this morning, and when I finally did get word from him, I was told to go fry a pig.
Mr. Wellman, was there anything illegal or unethical in the manner in which these concessions were acquired by Mr. Benny?
Well, no, but it has always been, traditionally, they have always been, local businessmen have always assumed that, they have always taken it for granted. That,
what group of local businessmen, Mr. Wellman?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it was a group, but the fact remains that...
You mean that one local man has always had these concessions?
Yes, but...
Anyone we know, Mr. Wellman?
Yes, that is...
Would the money from these concessions have been turned over to the charity, Mr. Wellman?
The group concerned has always given very generously.
Well, I will not pursue the question. I believe in the principle of give and let give. Good night, Mr. Wellman.
Get it. Dr. Hall's residence. Oh, yes, Mr. Morton. Indeed you may. We'll be delighted. Yes. Goodbye. Jack Benny is on his way over.
He is? Well, now, do I need any particular coaching or information to talk to a radio comedian?
Darling, you don't need any coaching to talk to anybody.
Oh, I'm not too sure, my sweet. In any business or profession, there are certain subjects to be avoided.
Yeah, well, don't worry about Mr. Benny. There's nothing... Oh, yes. Yes, there is one thing.
What's that?
Well, he made one rather unfortunate motion picture. Well, we better not refer to it.
Oh, no. No, of course we haven't. Cinematic skeleton in the professional closet. What picture was it?
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it. It was, Someone Blew Something at Midnight.
Well, it would be safest, I suppose, not to talk about motion pictures at all. Fortunately, I am not particularly loquacious on the subject. Billy Dove, I think, was my last really emotional...
Oh, dear. You let him in, Potty. I'll run upstairs and get my fixture. Imagine me being so nervous.
Well, I guess it's up to me. Can't think of a single joke. Oh, well. One shouldn't tell jokes to a comedian anyway. He couldn't afford to admit he hasn't heard it before.
Oh, Dr. Hall, I'm Jack Benny.
Ah, yes, Mr. Benny, we were expecting you. Please come in.
Thank you.
May I take your hat? And your violin case?
Thank you. Thank you very much, Doctor.
I'll put your hat here on the table. And the violin case in this corner. A valuable instrument, is it?
Trash.
Really? A Stradivarius?
Well, no, just a Strad. A friend of mine makes them, Herman Stradnik. That is, he used to make them before his accident.
Accident? Oh, nothing serious?
No, just a few bruises on the throat. He tried to sell one to Heifetz. You've heard of them, Jackie's, Heifetz. Is Mrs. Hall here, Doctor?
Oh, yes, she'll be down in just a minute. Sit down, won't you? Can I get you something to drink?
Why, yes. If you have some, I'd like a glass of beer.
Fine. I'll get it for you.
Gee, the Halls have a nice home here. Hey, this must be his diploma on the wall. Let's see what it says. Semperis Universitum. Know all ye men that William Todd Hunter Hall has this day been made a Bachelor of Arts. Bachelor? Then what is she? Oh, I guess he got that diploma while he was single. That reminds me of the one I have hanging on my back porch. Sic tempus, a victim, haec et valorem. Not responsible for laundry left over 30 days. See, look at all the books the professor has here. Look at the titles. Origin of Species by Charles Darwin. Einstein's Field of Nuclear Fission. The Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire by Gibbon. The G-String Murder Mystery by 60-year-old Lee. See, the professor sure has good taste in books. I ought to know. I read them all except the G-String Murder Mystery. Be happy, go lucky.
We'll sit down in just a minute.
Oh, fine. Nice place you have here, Doctor.
Yes, thank you. It's very comfortable, but I imagine it looks rather insignificant compared to Radio City.
Oh, I don't live in Radio City.
Oh,
no, see, I live in California.
Oh, do you really? Well, I've many friends out there. Dr. Lyon and I carried on one chess game for 18 months over the long-distance phone.
You did? Long distance?
Oh, yes, indeed. It's quite a usual custom among college professors.
18 months?
Of course, in this case, it was exceptional. We were very evenly matched.
Oh. Is Dr. Lyon a banker?
No. He's president of Pomona College.
Oh. 18 months. Long distance. Let's see, 3 times 4 is 12. 18, which is 6. Well, I'm very glad to meet you, Dr. Hall.
Thank you. You live in Hollywood, Mr. Benny?
Beverly Hills. See, I live there because it's very expensive.
Well, I must say that seems an odd reason.
Oh, well, prestige, you know, and you can get far better prices.
Prices? For what?
Oh, laundry, car wash, you know.
That's very funny, Mr. Benny. Very funny indeed. I must remember that you are a comedian.
Yes. Yes, you must.
Hi, darling. This is my wife, Mr. Benny, Victoria, Mr. Jack Benny.
How do you do, Mrs. Hall?
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Benny, and so grateful. I can't tell you how kind you were to come here to Ivy.
Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, but it is.
Nothing?
No, it's a great deal. I still read my variety, and I know what prices are these days. I just read last week that Mr. Benny's salary at the Palladium in London...
Please, Mrs. Hall. You know how theatrical trade papers exaggerate, and when you figure the rate of exchange, it was nothing at all. I came back with nothing, really.
Nothing?
Well, it wouldn't even be a telephone bill for Dr. Hall there. 18 months.
Vicky, We were talking about California. Mr. Benny lives in Beverly Hills.
Yes. I'm right next door to Ronald Colman.
The who?
Ronald Colman, the movie actor.
Oh, Father, you've heard of him.
Oh, yes, I remember. Yes, saw him in, let me see, A Tale of Two Cities. Overplayed it a bit, I thought.
Yes, I thought so.
Well, I just love him.
Oh, we're very close friends. You see, neighbors can be so close, don't you think?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, yes, one can learn and profit much from one's neighbor.
Yes. Can't one? Yes, indeed. Ronnie and Benita. That's Mr. Coleman's wife. Such nice people. See, we exchange Christmas cards every year.
Do you? I dearly love Christmas cards.
You do? Really?
Yes.
Well, that's sort of a hobby with me. I almost never go away without some. I think that somewhere, let me think. Oh, yes, of course, how silly of me. I always carry samples in my violin case.
Excuse me, Mr. Benny.
Oh, you go right ahead, Doc. Now, in this collection, Mrs. Hall, I have some beautiful snow scenes, and there's some churches. And, oh, yes, I do remember putting in a few of ivy-covered houses.
Dr. Hall speaking. Oh, yes, Professor. Well, I'm busy just now, but may I call you back? When? About 12 o'clock tonight, right after the show? All right, Professor. Goodbye.
Who was it, dear?
Professor Hornblower, darling, but he's going out and won't be back until quite late. I must talk to him and his wife about redecorating the Great Hall. Now, don't forget to remind me.
To do what?
To call them.
Call who?
The Hornblowers at midnight.
Contrived. Here's your bill, Doctor.
Bill, are you being paid in advance, Mr. Benny?
Well, so many people change their minds about Christmas cards.
Christmas cards?
Well, yes, dear. Mr. Benny just happened to have some that I absolutely loved, so
Of course, darling. I'm delighted. Particularly with the sacrifice Mr. Benny is making to be here. I'm glad you bought a few.
Well, thank you. Here's the bill.
Oh, let's see. Jack Benny's Tower of Stage, Screen, Radio, and Television. Christmas cards, $12 a hundred. 200 cards, $24. 200, Vicky. I'm glad I didn't talk on the phone any longer. All right, here is $25, Mr. Benny.
Well, thank you. Now, let's see. Where did I put my violin case? Oh, yeah. Here's $3 change. The extra $2 is for Mrs. Hall's theatrical discount.
Thank you. Thank you. Yours is not a misspent youth, Vicky.
Well, excuse me. I'll just see who that is.
This is the life of a college president, Mr. Benny. At the beck and call of bells. Never a moment you can call your own.
It's Mr. Wellman, dear.
Dr. Hall, I heard that Mr. Benny was here.
Yes, he is, Mr. Wellman. Mr. Benny, this is Mr. Clarence Wellman, chairman of our board of governors.
Hello, Clarence.
Mr. Benny, your advance man, Mr. Morton, has tied up every concession in this town. Tickets, the program, the parking, the car wash.
Popcorn.
Yes, popcorn. Concessions that are normally handled by our local group. This I consider most unethical. And in addition to this, he has submitted an expense account.
Well, this is quite proper. We expect to pay all Mr. Benny's expenses.
And another thing, Mr. Wellman, Mr. Benny has come a long distance to help our local charity, and without any fee. This is far more than we had any right to expect. If he has outwitted a local group in manipulating his extracurricular activities so that he emerges with a profit, well, I suggest that we appoint him the dean of our School of Economics. Now, is there anything else, Mr. Wellman?
No, Dr. Hall, there is not. And don't bother. I can find my way out.
Well, Mrs. Hall, I hope you're coming to the show tonight.
Oh, we wouldn't miss it for anything. And that student body of ours will be the greatest audience in the world. Well, I know. I've played to them.
All right, better get out of here and get ready. Thanks very much, Dr. Hall. It's been a real pleasure meeting you both.
We'll see you right after the show, then.
Yes. You must let us take you to the airport.
No, I'm afraid Morton has a car waiting for me.
Oh.
Here's a little note I wrote you, Mrs. Hall. Don't open it until after the show.
Why, all right. Thank you.
And Dr. Hall, if you ever come to Beverly Hills, give me a ring, will you?
I would be delighted.
You know, somehow I feel just as if you were a neighbor of mine. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Wasn't the show absolutely wonderful?
It certainly was. And so was Jack Benny. I haven't laughed so much for years. But Dickie, doesn't he play that violin abominably?
Oh, he does.
By the way, have you read his note yet?
His note, I forgot it. I have it in my bag.
Well, read it, son.
Dear Mrs. Hall, I saw you in London a long time ago and give them tears. When I found out it was you that wanted me to come, I couldn't wait. Isn't that charming? You gave me tears in London, so I hope I've given you a few laughs at Ivy. Incidentally, though I hate to admit it, I think your husband is terrific. My best always, Jack Bennett. P.S. The enclosed check is the concession money I took from Mr. Wellman and his, quote, local group, unquote. Will you give it to the charity with my love and affection? Besides, I made an absolute killing in Christmas cards.
We'll be seeing you next week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. Ken Carpenter speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.
Transcribed. Ladies and gentlemen, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin presents The Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
And now, The Halls of Ivy.
The halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. A vast silence has recently descended upon the campus. The midterm examinations will soon begin, and like most college presidents, Dr. William Todhunter Hall enjoys this terminal lull. It gives him a chance to lock himself up in his study and polish off the accumulated unfinished business. And that's what he's doing at the moment. His wife, the former Victoria Cromwell of the London stage, has just answered the front doorbell. She enters the living room with a visitor and says,
Well, if you're quite certain it's important, I'll try and get him out. But I must warn you, Mr.
Nolan. Harry Nolan.
Well, I must warn you, Mr. Nolan, that I may not succeed. Once my husband locks himself up in his study, he becomes entirely oblivious to the rest of the world. In fact, compared to Dr. Hall when he's concentrating, a Hindu faker on a bed of nails could be termed flighty.
It's important.
Well, I'll do my best. William. William! William! The house is on fire. William? How important is it, Mr. Nolan?
I've flown in all the way from New York to offer your husband $150,000, Mrs. Hall. You rate it.
William! Don't worry. I'll get him out. I'll use the old piano routine.
The old...
Yeah, the old piano routine. I generally reserve it for just such emergencies as this. It never fails. Holds him out by the ear, in fact. Now, you watch. In less than 20 seconds, he'll unlock the door, open it, stride over to the piano. Well, you watch. Just sit down over there on the couch, and I'll join you in a moment. Are you ready?
Ready.
Yeah. Here we go.
This is the most excruciating...
William, you have a visitor.
Harry. Hairbreadth Harry.
Billy. Bouncing Billy.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
Hasn't it been a long time?
Hasn't it been a long time?
You haven't changed a bit.
You haven't changed a bit.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
I'm delighted to see you.
I'm delighted to see you.
You look great.
You look great.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
Hairbreadth Harry.
Bouncing Billy.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
Well, that clears that up, doesn't it?
I'm sorry, Victoria. Have you met...
Oh, yes, we've met without the tribal chanting, of course, but we've met.
Well, we're fraternity brothers, Harry and I. We roomed together for 3 years. We shared everything. Clothes.
Money.
Girls. Ho, ho, ho.
Those were the days.
Harry, where have you been? I haven't heard from you since... 1940.
Oh, out on the West Coast till a few months ago. Then they made me vice president in charge of operations for the whole network and sent me east to New York.
Still in radio,
Radio? Aren't you quaint? No, television's my baby now, and it's quite a bouncing baby, too.
Yeah, I know. We get the same kind of reception on our set.
As a matter of fact, Billy, that's why I'm here. What would you do if I offered you a certified check for $150,000?
He'd take it quick like a bunny.
Darling, please. 150,000? In return for what?
We want the TV rights to Ivy's football games next year.
I see. Harry, make it 160,000 and the television rights are yours.
Oh, I wish I could. But I can't go a penny above 150. Business-wise, it's not worth it.
Well, sponsor-wise, it might be.
Market-wise, it's not.
Money-wise, it's not too much.
Profit-wise, it is.
Food-wise, would anybody care for lunch?
Lunch? Oh, I suggest we wait until Professor Barrett arrives, Victoria. I invited him to drop over for lunch.
Good heavens, is old Barrett still head of the drama department?
Yeah, he certainly is. No, Harry, I can't possibly take less than 160. I'd like you to have the rights, but I know you don't expect me to give it to you out of sentiment.
Oh, of course not. And I'd like to give you 160,000, but I know you don't expect me to be guided by sentimental consideration. Now, I always say there's no place in business for sentiment. Don't you agree, Mrs. Hall?
Well, you asked the wrong person. I'm the original sentimental Susie. I can't bear to disappoint people. And the more I like them, the less I can bear it. I go all melted buttery inside.
She's sweet, isn't she?
Yeah, I'm a living doll. In business matters, not very wise. Speaking wise, that is.
I agree with you, though, Harry. When it comes to business, my head rules and not my heart. I find that you can't read the fine print with tears in your eyes.
No, it's the same with me. Why, I wouldn't even ask someone to do business with me on a sentimental basis. I don't con people, and I don't want to be conned.
Right.
150. I won't budge a jot.
160. I won't budge a tittle.
I always meant to ask about that. Exactly how does one go about budging jots and tittles?
Later, darling, later.
Billy, I'll tell you what. I'll offer $150,000 plus a job for you.
For me?
We're setting up a swank 39-week television series. It's a drama series, world's best plays, that sort of thing. We need a master of ceremonies, someone to tell the audience about each play, its history, aesthetics, significance, and maybe, between acts, peddle a little soap. How would you like to do it? Pays very well. We want someone like you, someone with prestige, someone with distinction. You'd make a very good appearance, and you've a fine, resonant speaking voice.
Well, but I don't quite, you really think so? Oh, I don't, no, I couldn't. It's quite impossible. No.
Well, don't decide it off the cuff. Think about it. I tell you what, go back into your study and finish whatever it is you were doing, and then we'll...
No, I've quite finished. I was merely reading a manuscript at Professor Barrett's request. A play, as a matter of fact, and if you should change your mind and decide to present a series of the world's worst plays, you'd be interested in this one.
Thank you, no. If we ever do present such a series, I still have some of the masterpieces I composed when I was taking Barrett's playwriting course. Talk about turkeys.
Yours couldn't possibly be more aromatic than this one.
Oh, I didn't know you'd read it, Victoria.
Well, yeah, I happened to see it on your desk, and after glancing at the first line, became perversely fascinated by it. After each page, a small, still voice inside would urge, "Go on, Victoria, read a bit more. It'll feel so good when you stop." I've read a lot of plays in my day, but I've never before encountered such mishmash.
Mishmash? Oh, yes, of course, mishmash. I'm glad you agree with me.
Yeah, who wrote it?
Well, Barrett wouldn't say. You know how sensitive he's always been about hurting his students' feelings.
Oh, yes. Whenever he read one of my little gems to the class, the knowledge that the author would remain anonymous was worth $6 a minute.
I can't understand how, after 4 months with Barrett, the greatest authority in the field of theatrical literature and dramaturgy, anyone could turn in such a mushmash.
Mishmash.
Thank you. The author of this play is wasting his and Barrett's time. And if Barrett is too sensitive to tell the student, I shall be happy to do it myself.
Do you mean to say you have the strength to tell a writer what you really think of his work?
Well, of course. When my opinion is requested, I always give it as honestly and as fully as I can. Don't you do the same?
No, not exactly, but there are scores of ways of answering the question, what do you think, without hurting the author's feelings.
I'm sure I can't think of any.
Oh, yes, of course you can. Whenever a playwright asks me, what do you really think of it? I always seem to be able to make him happy by looking deeply into his eyes and saying, that's a play. Can't possibly call it a lie. It was a play.
The one I always use is, you really have something there. Of course, I don't want to say what it is they really have.
And it's also effective to tell a playwright, there are many good things about it. Now, he doesn't know you're referring to the grade of paper it's written on, or the accuracy of the spelling, or the cleanliness of the typing.
Have you ever tried, of course it needs work?
Yes, that's a good one, too.
But that's sophistry. Weaseling. No, I shall tell Barrett, or the student, exactly what I think and let the chips fall where they may. I have too much respect for art to respect the artist. Epigram.
Well, I'd rather die than tell a playwright what I thought about his work. Well, unless, of course, I liked it.
Oh, that must be Barrett now.
Oh, good.
Excuse me, Harry, while I answer the door.
Do you think Professor Barrett will remember you after all these years?
Oh, he might. I once said something to him that made him chuckle every time he saw me during my 2 years at Ivy.
Oh, really, what?
Well, I'd written a one-act play about the death of William Shakespeare, and Barrett called me into his office and very gently, very tactfully, but very devastatingly, pointed out some of its flaws. When he finished, I said I felt it would have been much, much better if I had died and Shakespeare had written about me.
No, Professor, not in the least. You're exactly on time.
Good afternoon, Professor Barrett.
Oh, nice of you to have me, Mrs. Hall.
I wonder if you happen to remember Mr. Nolan. He's a former pupil of yours.
Of course. I remember him well. It would have been much better, sir, if I had died in Shakespeare. Of course.
Very good to see you again.
Thank you.
We were just discussing the play you asked me to read. Should we talk about it now and then have lunch, or would you prefer
No, let me hear about it now.
Well, I feel very strongly, Professor Barrett, that the author... by the way, would you mind telling me who wrote it?
I did.
I feel very... What?
Yes, I wrote it, rewrote it, and polished it over a period of 6 or 7 years. What do you think of it? The truth now.
You wrote...
Yes.
Well, Professor... Professor Barrett, that's a play.
Yes, I know it's a play, but what about it?
You have something there.
But what?
Many good things about it.
Yes, I know. The margins are straight and so on, but the play. What about the play?
The play?
Yes.
Well, of course, you realize it needs work.
You could say that about the human race to the great creator himself. Be more specific. Do you think it's good or bad? Were you moved at all, or were you unaffected?
Well, I feel that...
Suppose we discuss it after lunch. I think it's ready now.
Lunch, thank heavens, yes, indeed. I've been looking forward to it all day. Yes, let's go in at once, Victoria, and we will talk about your play when we finish. Lunch. What a lovely thought, a nice hot lunch. Yes, indeed. Surprisingly warm for January, isn't it?
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Ladies and gentlemen, at 1:30 p.m. on December 26th, the 5 millionth barrel of Schlitz beer brewed in 1950 rolled out of the brewery. This is an all-time record. You helped set this record. You and the millions of people who prefer Schlitz to any other beer. You who have made Schlitz the largest selling beer in America simply because you like the taste of it. To you, Schlitz gives its thanks and its promise that every glass of the beer that made Milwaukee famous will continue to be the kind of beer that makes millions agree it has to be fine to be first.
That surround us here today.
Now back to the halls of Ivy. Professor Barrett and Harry Nolan are conversing in the living room of the Hall's home. Dr. Hall, having delayed the inevitable as long as he possibly could, has gone to his study to fetch Professor Barrett's play. Mrs. Hall joins him there and says,
Toddy, you all right?
No, but I've got to go through with this, and how can I possibly tell such a gracious and gentle friend what I really think of his effort?
It's only a play, darling.
It can't be dismissed as lightly as that. Like any work of art, it's a creation, just as surely as a child is a creation. And like a child, the greater the pain and the greater the effort expended upon it, the more it is loved. Professor Barrett has worked on this play for 6 or 7 years. You heard him. And it's as cruel to shatter his conception of its merit as it would be to say to a doting father, is that your child's face or a Halloween mask it's wearing?
Well, then, I suggest you tell him we think it's one of the most powerful and beautiful plays ever written.
But a favorable reaction from me would only spur him on to submit it to some producer, and that would lead to unbearable humiliation. Don't forget, in the past 30 years, he's taught at least a score of students who have become quite respectable writers and achieved reasonable success.
To say nothing of the few who haven't been in the least bit respectable and have achieved even greater success.
Yes, exactly.
Toddy, I don't mean to press, but we really can't stay in here with the others waiting for us in there.
All right. Hail, Caesar, we who are about to die. I'm ready, darling.
Have you come to a decision?
Yes, I'll tell him the truth. Perhaps you're right. Perhaps it is only a play. You wouldn't care to... No, of course not. Forgive me, I'm sorry I asked. You go all melted buttery inside, don't you? Come on.
That's what I thought.
After you, Vicky. I'm sorry I took so long, Professor Barrett. My desk is such a frightful heap of accumulated papers that
I quite understand. My wife often refers to my own desk as the city dump. Well, what do you think of the play? The truth now.
Oh, I intend to speak truthfully. I know you feel as keenly as I that we must always make it a point to face the facts.
Steady, Doctor. Your Freudian slip is showing.
No, Professor. Really, I intend to tell you exactly what I think about your play.
Without fear or favor?
Without fear or favor.
Good. Well?
In my estimation, your play... by the way, speaking of plays, did anyone see the end run Gerby made in the New Year's Day game of Remarkable, simply remarkable.
Was it?
Oh, yes, remarkable. Wasn't it, Victoria?
Oh, yes, it was. I remember remarking to you at the time that it was remarkable.
Wasn't it, though? 11 yards.
What the devil's so remarkable about that?
It was the wrong direction.
Speaking of football, what do you think of my play?
This is what I think.
I'm really very anxious to know, not only because it's my first play, but because, I don't mind telling you, I'm very anxious to have it produced. I might have worked on it a few years more, I suppose, but I can no longer indulge myself.
Well, I don't quite understand, Professor.
I need money. Quite a lot of it, the doctors inform me.
Doctors? Are you ill, Professor Barrett?
My wife.
I never realized.
Yes, she's quite ill. When they told me, I naturally thought of my play immediately. It's really the only large asset I have. All my hopes are centered upon it.
I see. I'm dreadfully sorry about Mrs. Barrett.
Yes, so am I.
Oh, well, go ahead, Dr. Hall. Is it, in your estimation, a good play?
Dear Professor Barrett, we both love you, and it's a bad play. Although beautifully constructed and technically precise, it's entirely devoid of feeling, beyond the art of any actor, and will induce in the audience neither laughter nor tears. That is what William and I, in all truth, think.
I see.
You must know, with all your experience, that there's no truth about a play's merits. I mean, no one can say with certainty that it's good or bad. But you asked us to tell you what we felt. And we felt what we told you.
Thank you.
Professor Barrett, there are some who light the torch and some who hold it aloft. Who is to say which of these is the greater?
No, it's quite all right, William. It's quite all right.
Anyway, Billy, as I was telling you at lunch, this jockey spoke to me while I was over at the paddock. Mr. Nolan said, I want to give you a tip. There's a filly down at the stable who has yet to run her first race. She's the fastest thing I've ever seen. Well, of course, I'm interested immediately, having my own stable as I do. So I went to see this filly's owner. Told him I might be interested in buying her. Understand?
What? Understand what? Oh, yes, the filly. Yeah.
He quoted a price that was out of this world. I told him he was crazy and offered him half what he asked. Understand?
What? Oh, yes, horses. Yes. Professor Barrett.
I'm not finished. Well, you know how it is in horse trading. Give a little, take a little, and eventually you may be able to make a deal. Understand? Same as any other deal. Horses, real estate, television rights to football games. Give a little, take a little. Understand?
No.
I say that when you're trying to make a deal, you give a little, take a little. Whether it's horses, television rights to football games, 39-week drama series. Understand?
Horses, television, 39-week drama. Oh, yes! Of course I understand. But what do you take me for? I wholeheartedly agree.
Good. Professor Barrett.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't following the conversation.
No, I was saying that I wish you'd do me a favor. Help me out of a predicament.
Well, gladly, my boy, if I can.
Well, as I told you, I'm in television now, and we're thinking of presenting a very swank 39-week series, world's best plays, one a week, you know. Well, we're looking for someone to be the nominal producer, someone with prestige in the field of dramatic arts. Someone to appear on each program and sort of introduce the play and tell the audience something about it. It's a very important and highly paid job, but I can't think of anyone to fit the bill. Would you mind suggesting...
There's Hard over in England, and
McWade of the... No, I've just had the most marvelous inspiration.
I wonder if it's the same one I have.
Why, heavens to Betsy, I'm all at sea. What do you mean?
Why, Professor Barrett would be wonderful on such a program.
By George, it never occurred to me.
I? On television?
What a capital idea. Now, why couldn't I have thought of it?
Because you're stupid.
Television, do you really think it's possible?
Well, we mustn't get our hopes up, must we? TV has very, very strict requirements. Let me hear your voice. Say, how now, brown cow?
How now, brown cow?
Perfect. Why, you could knock me over with a feather. And you have such a distinguished appearance. Professor Barrett, I'd be very grateful if you accepted the job. Of course, it only pays $500 a week. But then it's merely a few hours' work. Please say you'll do it. As a favor to me.
Oh, but of course, I'd be delighted to. That is, if you're quite sure. You see, I'm not really a performer.
Well, how do you know? I never knew a good teacher yet that wasn't a bit of a ham at heart.
What about my billing?
Billing, huh? Don't worry, you're a performer. We'll discuss your billing later.
Professor, I'm sure you'll be a great success.
Dear me, I'm quite bewildered. $500 a week. You please excuse me, all of you. I must get home and tell my wife all about this. I shall break it to her gently, of course. Well, goodbye.
Harry, you drive a hard bargain.
You drive a hard bargain.
You old son of a gun.
You old son of a gun.
That echoes back again.
Oh, it's wonderful, isn't it? Harry, that's a magnificent gesture you made.
Gesture? Me? You out of your mind? He happened to be what I was looking for. That's the only reason I offered him the job. What I always say is there's no room in business for sentiment.
Right. In business, one must have a hard heart as well as a hard head.
Beautifully put.
I still don't agree.
You're just one of those people, Victoria, who go all melted buttery inside at the prospect of hurting someone's feelings. You can't help it, but there it is.
Yeah, I know. It's a weakness. I often wish I could be more like you in that respect. You know, and cleave to the truth no matter what.
Though the heavens fall.
Yeah, exactly. Though the heavens fall. I lack the strength.
Tut, darling. I've more than enough for both of us. Well, it turned out quite nicely. Harry, you don't have to leave yet, do you?
No, I can stay until you sign this football contract for television. Just happen to have it here in my left hand and a fountain pen in my right hand. And we have a witness who wouldn't be so bad on television herself. Call that an offer if you like, Mrs. Hall.
No, thank you. I'm a home girl now.
Thank you, my darling. Although I'm sure you could meet any and all television requirements. Oh. But Harry has football instead. How many plunging lines does he need?
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Now, here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
At the same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. Harry Nolan was played by Elliot Lewis, and Professor Barrett was Norman Field. Tonight's script was written by Robert Sinclair, Walter Brown Newman, and Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and transcribed by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Ken Carpenter speaking.
That surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far.
Here comes the Great Gildersleeve. Then it's Groucho Marx on NBC. Here comes the Great Gildersleeve. Then it's Groucho Marx on NBC.
Good evening. This is Ronald Coleman inviting you to join Mrs. Coleman and myself for the next half hour when our sponsor, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, presents The Halls of Ivy.
Now, The Halls of Ivy.
We love the halls of ivy that surround us here today.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's morning in the household of the William Todd Hunter Halls, and the doctor is sitting at his desk. His wife, Victoria, enters to overhear the mutterings that invariably seem to accompany the president's perusal of the morning mail.
It's ridiculous. Preposterous.
Sounds as if the mail is up to its usual standard, Toddy. Or is it worse?
Oh, no, no worse. A little duller, perhaps. Mostly advertisements. Now, just think of the appalling waste, the expenditure of paper and energy. The hours of secretarial work, the wear and tear on the throats of house dogs barking at thousands of mailmen.
Yes, but think of the profits of the paper and the dog food people. And the taxes they pay on the profits they make from the sales of the articles they sell to the people who don't need them, and the big dividends they send to the stockholders who are thus able to send their sons and daughters to Ivy, who will grow up to make better shoes and finer paper and finally bring bigger taxes.
All right, Vicky, all right. You can breathe now.
Okay, Chief.
I must say I admire the way in which you tortured the subject of a dull morning's mail into a promotional plan for increasing our student enrollment.
Well, thank you. It was nothing, really. I mean, anyone with my knowledge of technological processes could have done it. You see, when examined closely, inflation and its effect on our capitalistic structure...
Vicky, please.
Well, you don't care to hear about the economic fabric of an industrial society?
No.
Well, it's a good thing. I couldn't have gone on much longer.
May I ask where you acquired this Roger Babson babble?
Well, yes, the Wall Street Journal. You left it lying about, and you know me, old Snoopy. Yeah, I'm a quick study, too. I can leaf through an old copy of the medical journal and know exactly how to treat a case of the Waldorf syndrome.
I feel that this discourse is getting away from me, but what is the Waldorf syndrome?
Well, it's a neurotic compulsion to peek into other people's newspapers. And I got it bad. Go on with the mail, darling. What's the one you got there?
Oh, some long-winded thing.
Well, read it.
While you may not be a connoisseur, such nonsense. Within the purely academic field, etc., master spirit of his age, wasting my time. Color and style unmatched, flawless technique. This is awful. For the benefit of Ivy, without any encumbrance. But this is wonderful. and conceivably worth $100,000.
$100,000?
$100 would be grand, Vicky, but this is $100,000.
No, dear. A grand is 1,000.
Oh, I thought you said 100 was grand.
Well, never mind, Toddy. Forget about my bad early training and tell me what it's all about. I mean, is it awful or is it wonderful?
Well, it's certainly better than I thought. It's from a lawyer, Homer Benson, of the firm of Benson, Willoughby and Benson.
Oh, Willoughby, I wonder if he spent Christmas alone.
Benson is executor for the estate of the late Mrs. Charlotte Peters. Her husband was an Ivy graduate, and she was a Frenchwoman of some wealth. During the last war, he died while fighting with the French resistance, and she fled to this country. She has occupied her last few years in an effort to recover some of her family art treasures.
And where does Ivy and the $100,000 come in?
Well, in her will, she leaves what Mr. Benson describes in his letter as a superb and fully authenticated Goya painting to Ivy College. Mr. Benson himself is on his way here now to complete the necessary formalities.
Oh, Tolly, how exciting. We couldn't hang it in here, could we?
To begin with, Vicky, the painting is 7 feet by 5, and we cannot raise the roof. At least not any more than we did on Christmas Eve. Secondly, Mr. Wellman and the Board of Governors would hardly approve. No, Mr. W. and the BOG will have to decide whether it hangs in Emerson Hall or the new Ivy Art Center, or whether it's put on the market.
To be sold?
Yes, the proceeds to go towards building the new Ivy Art Center.
How about putting the Goya up and then building the new art center around it and then start classes? Or would that be putting the art before the course?
Well, then we wouldn't have the money to start building the... Vicky, I'm a very busy man.
Oh, yes, I know you are, darling. Well, when is Mr. Benson coming?
Well, he should be here now. I just heard a car pull up. Look out of the window, darling, will you? Is it an attorney with the mud of the airport still on his shoes and a bulging briefcase which probably holds an extra shirt and a seal?
A seal? In that little briefcase?
A notary public seal, dear.
Oh.
Well, can you see him, our visitor, I mean?
But yes, I think it's Mr. Willoughby. If it isn't Mr. Benson or Mr. Benson. On the other hand, of course, it could be Mr. Benson. I'll get it.
Yeah, remarkable woman, my wife. Remarkable. How can 100 be grand and then be 1,000? Very odd.
William, here's Mr. Benson. This is my husband, Dr. Hall.
Good morning, Dr. Hall.
Mr. Benson, I'm glad to see you. I was very interested in your letter, and on behalf of Ivy...
Just a moment, Doctor. Since my letter was mailed, a disturbing complication has arisen. Mr. Basil Willingdon, the eminent art critic, declares the painting to be a fraud and not an original Goya at all.
Well, there goes the nucleus of our art center before we even got it. Is Mr. Willingdon's decision final?
Not at all, Mrs. Hall. In fact, Mr. Willingdon has not seen the painting.
Oh.
His opinion is based on a communication he has just received from the Bernheimer Gallery in Bordeaux. They claim it is a work of no importance.
Well, that seems to settle it. I'm not enough of a critic myself to argue with an established art gallery.
However, on the manifest, it was declared by Mrs. Peters to be an old master, therefore free of duty. And Mrs. Peters was herself a connoisseur and an authority in the world of art. Furthermore, her declaration has the endorsement of the best art critic in Paris.
Well, things are looking up again.
Where is this painting at the moment, Mr. Benson?
Still in its crate at the New York docks, awaiting claim and clearance. Mrs. Peters died a few days after its arrival.
Well, why can't they open it up and let the experts appraise it?
And not without the authority of the owner. And according to the will, it is now, if accepted by you, the property of Ivy College.
Well, I don't see how we can accept it until the mystery is cleared up. Emerson would turn in his grave if we hung a fraud in Emerson Hall.
Toddy, wouldn't it be just perfect for the Clarence Wellman Hall?
That's just where Mr. Wellman wants it.
What?
I'm acquainted with Mr. Wellman, Dr. Hall, and knowing he was the chairman of your board, I telephoned him yesterday and informed him of my coming here this morning.
I assume he is unaware of this dispute among the critics as to the authenticity of the painting.
He is. That complication was only brought to my attention after I'd spoken to him.
Our friend Clarence is going to have a rude awakening.
Well, unless Mrs. Peters is right and Willingdon and company are wrong.
There is one more factor to be considered, Dr. Hall.
Well, if this gets any more involved, I'll paint a Goya myself.
Mrs. Peters in her will stipulates that the painting must either hang in Ivy College, be disposed of for Ivy's benefit, or Ivy may accept the sum of $5,000 as an alternative. The picture then to be sold for other charities.
What is Ivy to lose?
In the latter alternative, a great deal, should the painting turn out to be genuine.
Yes, $5,000 against the possible $100,000. Well, it seems we must just wait on Mr. Wellman and the board.
I am to call on Mr. Wellman on my way to the airport with the papers for his signature. One last formality. With the will, there was a letter addressed to you as president of Ivy College. As you see on the envelope, Mrs. Peters stipulated that it must be opened only after the acceptance of the request.
Yes, I see. Thank you.
Goodbye, Mrs. Hall.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Vicky?
Here I am, Toddy.
Oh, I'm sorry if I'm late. Any messages?
Yes, the president of the Royal Academy phoned.
Oh, what did he have? Who? What on earth can he be?
Well, then the vice president, Mr. Wellman. You know, Wellman, the art lover, the man who stole the Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci's unauthenticated grandson. Oh, yeah, he wants you to call him.
Well, after your description of him, anything I can call him will be anticlimactic. Oh, let him wait a minute. Let me put my feet up and enjoy these peaceful surroundings.
May I make a suggestion?
By all means, darling, what do you suggest?
Before you put your feet up, you'd better sit down. You might have a nasty fall otherwise.
A very sound idea, and I'll do it.
Yeah, well, all right. Now, what about Wellman?
Yes, and what about the Goya? Is it true or false? Now that Wellman knows it's in question, will he take the picture and the gamble, or...
Oh, the 5,000. That's my guess. He'll take the cash, no gambler he.
And what about the mysterious letter from the late Mrs. Peters? There's not to be opened till Christmas. I mean until the request has been accepted. What can the envelope contain?
Yeah. That reminds me, Toddy. We'll have to be ordering some more stationery soon. And your envelopes are much too transparent. You can read almost anything through them, particularly if you dampen it with alcohol.
Well, so I order some more, will you, darling, and tell him this time to be sure... Vicky, what are you dampening with alcohol? You've been beeping.
Oh, how could you say such a thing? Couldn't find any alcohol in the house, and holding it up to the window, Ed isn't peeping. Such nice... excuse me.
Yeah, be an angel, darling, and see who that is while I get a quick wash.
Angel on the wing, Toddy. And if this angel knows her hunches, it's Whistler's father, James McNeil Wellman. Good evening, Mr. Wellman. My husband just came in. Come in and sit down.
I've only a few minutes, Mrs. Hall.
Yeah, well, he'll be here in a moment.
Tell me, Mrs. Hall, you know something of art?
Well, I was painting one's face over and over again, nights and matinees, is art, don't I?
Yes, you were an actress. I believe. It is possible that you are better acquainted with art, painting, that is, than a man of business like myself, or a man like Dr. Hall, who has limited his activities, his scope to college affairs. Tell me, Mrs. Hall, what you know of a painter named, that is to say, of a foreign artist, a French, I believe. He went by the name of, at least he was called, his pen name, a big painting, 7 feet high.
You mean Goya?
Of course I mean Goya. Who else should I mean?
Well, I know little about Goya. Most of his work hangs in the Prado, that famous art gallery in Madrid. He was probably Spain's greatest painter.
Mr. Wellman.
Oh, there you are, Toddy. Mr. Wellman has just been telling me all about Goya.
Oh, yes. The black Goyas, of course.
Dr. Hall, I'm afraid I have too little time for your class in art appreciation.
Oh.
You've heard of this imposture, I understand. If it is an imposture, this Goya painting that either is one or isn't, in the terms of the will, most unbusinesslike. Slipshod, I might say.
Well, at least it was very kind and thoughtful of Mrs. Peters.
I am quite aware of that, Mrs. Hall. I am not without my fair share of human feelings. Quality of mercy is not strained. That is, of gratitude, I mean.
Mr. Wellman.
What is it?
We do not question for one moment your good heart and warm feelings.
Yes. Oh.
No. Now, Mr. Benson gave me most of the facts, I think, before he left here to call on you.
Then I must tell you, Dr. Hall, that I have just left a board meeting. Half the board were in favor of accepting this painting, so-called. The other half, including me, is in favor of taking the 5,000 cash and ending the whole matter. The picture is very probably a fake, in which case Ivy would get nothing. Let us be practical, Dr. Hall. Let us be businessmen. We must take the 5,000.
Oh, very well, but why come to me?
The meeting agreed that you should cast the deciding vote.
Mr. Wellman, I understood from Mr. Benson that you wanted to accept this painting to hang in Clarence Wellman Hall.
That was when there was no question of fraud. And it was a large painting, and Clarence Wellman Hall is a large hall, Dr. Hall. And there is a bare space on the east wall that needs filling. As an art lover myself, and having always admired the work of, what's his name,
Yes, and I don't blame you. But I find myself in a difficult position, having to cast the deciding vote. if we take the picture and it is finally judged to be a genuine Goya, Ivy College will be the proud possessor of one of the great works of one of the great painters. And if the board should decide to dispose of it to some public trust or art collection, it should bring a very substantial sum of money. On the other hand, we have the option...
Dr. Hall!
What is it?
What is it? My time is valuable, and this matter must be settled. I am quite willing that Mrs. Hall, with her knowledge of art, the theater, that is, I've already discussed the matter with her, Dr. Hall, her undoubted acquaintance with the work of this so-called, this Van Goya.
Goya.
I said Goya. This man Goya, I said. I'm willing, I say, to accept Mrs. Hall's decision.
Well, Vicky?
Well, what my personal opinion has to do with art criticism, I really fail to see. But I vote for taking the big chance. Take the gift in the spirit in which it was offered. Forget the small potatoes and the chicken feed. To heck with the consequences, and the devil take the hindmost.
Miss Vicky.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
That surround us here today.
Now, back to the halls of Ivy. It's late the following morning, and Mrs. Hall is expecting the doctor home for lunch.
Vicky.
Here, Toddy. Lunch will be ready in a few minutes.
Oh, no hurry, my dear. Faculty meeting isn't until 2:30. That'll give me a full hour after lunch all to myself. And I will wager you dollars to your Aunt Emily's donuts that I won't be permitted to get away with it. Now, there's a little gremlin that sits up aloft whose one malicious objective is to disturb the intercurricular catnaps of W.T. Hall.
It's just as well, perhaps, Toddy. Helps you keep you slim, soigné, and svelte.
Coming from you, that's nice, Vicky. Last week, Mrs. Kuncannon referred to me as suave. Coming from anyone, that's nauseating, but from a professor's wife, it's treason. But something is on your mind, my dear. The faintest of shadows flickers across your face. So treat me as an old family friend and tell me all about it.
No, it's nothing, Toddy. But I'll give you just one guess who called.
Wellman. He flicks as gruesome a shadow as anyone.
Yeah. But he didn't tell me what it was. He says he'll see you later, and he sounded quite upset. I'm afraid I didn't use my vote discreetly yesterday.
Ah, you chose to vote honestly.
Well, what I mean, perhaps, is that I'm beginning to believe I was wrong.
No, I think that your instinct was right. You chose the bigger way. How much better to lose the gamble than to be in the ignominious position later of learning that the Boston Fine Arts Museum has acquired a masterpiece while Ivy has spent $5,000 on a station wagon and a new lawnmower. Now, when you think... Why, Vicky, thank you, my dear.
Oh, darling, Toddy. I just had to hug you. You don't know how relieved I am. Them's the nicest words I've heard since you said Happy New Year.
I only said that... And I beg you not to move, my darling. I only said that your instinct will probably prove to be right again. In fact, whenever an issue arises that is outside the logical reasoning of an underpaid, though quite brilliant, college president, I have been content to leave it to you. Ever since Fanny Blair, as a matter of fact.
Fanny Blair? Is she the redhead who won the Home Economics Award? Has she been sending you apples?
Now, Vicky, I'm shocked. Not that the occasional apple may not agreeably lubricate the relations between master and pupil, sometimes referred to as esprit de corps, but I am shocked. Have you forgotten your English folklore? And our walk across the meadows, from Bumbledon Ferry to Tipperton Town?
Oh, yes. Of course, yes. And our problem at the crossroads, it was just before we were married.
Yes, it must have been late spring, because the laburnum and the lilacs were putting on a tremendous show. Admission free.
In my anxiety to impress you with the English countryside, I was a little afraid they were overacting.
There was a rainstorm coming up, I remember. And we packed up the picnic basket and And we were walking back to the station. Remember, Vicky?
We'll have to hurry, I think, William. It's quite a walk back to the station. And it looks like rain. I hope we're on the right path.
I can see a stile ahead with a signpost. Oh, what a wonderful day.
Isn't it? Even when it rains, it's beautiful at this time of the year.
I wasn't thinking only of the countryside, Victoria. I meant the day with you. Wonderful day, beautiful you, fortunate me.
Thank you, William, dear. I've loved every minute of it, too. It's been a picnic in every sense. After a week of grease paint, a day like this is better than any beauty treatment.
Heaven only knows what I shall do when I return to America. Unless you...
Unless I...
No, I promised not to put any more pressure on, didn't I? You're to take as long as you want. It's only that...
Only what?
It's only that I can't help an occasional reminder. A tiny little nudge now and then.
Well, they're nice, warm little nudges, though. Look, we're here at the crossroads.
Oh, very symbolic. Crossroads call for either dirty work or momentous decision. Now, what does the sign say?
Well, it says to the village, all right, but look where it's pointing.
2 paths in 2 different directions, and the sign points right between them. Good, honest, British compromise.
Yes. Oh, plain British indifference. Well, which one should we take?
You decide.
The left. It looks nicer.
Good. Quick decisions gather no moss.
Yeah, we've got no time to dilly-dally. Here comes the rain.
Yes, we may have to run for it. You'll get wet.
Well, I'm all right. I got my raincoat. But what about you?
Oh, nothing could worry me less. Trotting beside you, you see a happy man. There isn't a raindrop born today that would have the heart to touch me.
Oh, William, look over there.
Where?
What luck.
Oh, yes.
Looks like an inn at the end of this field. By the big spreading chestnut.
Fascinating. If the village blacksmith isn't standing under that tree with large and sinewy hands, I shall be disappointed.
Well, we better take shelter for a moment.
Here we are. The door's open. What's this place called?
There's the name up there on the signboard.
Oh, yes, I see. Oh, wonderful. It's called The Rose Revived. Now, what could be fairer?
Here, William. There's a bench on the side.
Look at those odd characters in the corner. 18th century. What's the lad singing?
It's an old ballad. Fanny Blair, I think. Tale of a village maiden and some unrighted wrong. Listen.
Till the judge cried, there's someone has tutored you well. The day that young Hegan was doomed to die, the people rose up with a murmuring cry. If we catch her, we'll crop her, she falsely has sworn.
Ah, what lovely things happen with you, Victoria. Or is it because I'm in love?
William, dear William. The rain stopped. We must run. The barmaid tells me we're only 10 minutes from the station. It seems I chose the right path.
You certainly did, my dear. You certainly did. Remember that day?
Of course I do.
And ever since then, I've always had the greatest respect for your instinct.
Well, I hope it lasts, because this time I may turn out to be the girl who took the wrong turning.
Oh, nonsense, my dear. What you did was perfectly right.
I know, but you see, there's something else. Besides Mr. Wellman, there was a phone call from Mr. Benson, and he said that this morning the Treasury Department, or the Customs, or something, claimed that there would be a duty to pay in the event of the Goya turning out to be a fraud.
In which case it will be valueless, and there can hardly be any duty on a worthless...
Yeah, but Mr. Wellman, though, Toddy, if there are any charges or complications at all, Charm Boy is really going to flip his lid, to use a handy little undergraduate expression.
Next Christmas, let's give him a top that he can blow whenever he... Dr. Hall speaking.
This is Mr. Wellman. Did you hear from Mr. Benson, Dr. Hall?
Well, no, but Mrs. Hall spoke to him, and I haven't yet had a chance
It's outrageous, Dr. Hall. Simply outrageous. Now look at the mess we're in. I said mess.
Oh, I don't think that we...
That's just it. You don't think. And Mrs. Hall's fatal decision. Fatal, disastrous. And who's going to pay for it? That's what I want to know. Oh! Duty, heavy duty, and on a forgery, too. Penalties, no doubt. Fines, heavy fines. Disgraceful publicity, too. Just because my advice wasn't taken. What's I be coming to? Changes will have to be made, Dr. Hall. Changes.
Mr. Wellman. Mr. Wellman, please keep calm for a moment. If you remember, in Mr. Benson's letter, he said that... Oh, wait a minute. Letter. Mr. Wellman, I'm sorry, but I'll have to call you back. I left the bathwater running.
John, bathwater at this time of the day? What?
Hunch, my dear. Instinct, of course. The letter. Where's the letter?
What letter?
Mrs. Peters. We can open it now. Top drawer of my desk. I couldn't think of a good answer to Mr. Wellman, and the letter may give me one.
Yes, Toddy.
But it's only a hunch, of course.
Yes. What does it say? What does it say?
Wait. Here we are. Here. And in memory of my husband, to give to Ivy one of the finest examples of this great master's work that exists outside of Madrid. The overpainting that was applied to conceal the masterpiece from the invading Nazi vandals and which has served its purpose can, of course, be easily removed. The real Goya is underneath it. The beauty and greatness of this classic work... Vicky, get Mr. Wellman on the phone immediately. Tell him to come over and pour his troubled waters on our oil. The other actors in our play tonight were Herbert Butterfield as Mr. Wellman and Ken Peters as Mr. Benson. Our music was composed and conducted by Henry Russell. Tonight's script was written by... oh, dear, wait a minute.
Tonight's script was written by Ronald Coleman.
Well, thank you, my dear. I loved doing it. It shows I have more than one string to my bow.
Well, as long as I only have one bow to my string, I'm going to let him take me home. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
We'll be seeing you next week at this same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We invite you to enjoy the Pulitzer Prize Playhouse on television on Friday night. Yesterday, by the way, the Pulitzer Prize Playhouse won the Emmy for the Best Dramatic Program on television by the vote of the Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. This is Ken Carpenter speaking.
We love the halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget, for we be far, far away.
Transcribed.
Good evening. This is Ronald Coleman, inviting you to join Mrs. Coleman and me for the next half hour when our sponsor, the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, presents the Halls of Ivy.
If you like good beer, do as millions of people are doing all over the country. Ask for Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. Schlitz tastes so good to so many people that it's the largest selling beer in America. It has to be fine to be first. And now, the Halls of Ivy.
Halls of ivy that surround us here today.
Welcome again to Ivy. Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. It's one of those nights that makes home a real haven. Dr. William Todhunter Hall, president of Ivy, is thankful to be home at last after a dinner meeting of the board, to don his dressing gown and slippers and join his wife Victoria before the fireplace.
That's better. Now, blow winds and crack your cheeks. Rage, blow. You cataracts and hurricanes, spout till you have drenched our steeple.
We could use a couple more shingles in our steeple. I've got 3 pans catching the water in the kitchen. Well, did you have a boisterous evening with the boys?
Rather, let us say, a boring meeting with the board. All their dinner meetings follow the same revolting pattern. First, the preliminary and quite false inquiry into one another's health, with no one listening to the answers. Then, a few firm opinions of our national administration, and then a fruit cocktail.
Ah, the good old fruit cocktail, without which any dinner party would be a much happier one.
Oh, it's not the fruit cocktail I object to. In fact, I rather like it. No, it's that inevitable, omnipresent, unavoidable, and uninspired 1/2 of a maraschino cherry. Why a half? Can't anyone afford a whole maraschino cherry? Now, the fruity resources of this plundered planet so far reduced.
It's a matter of stability, darling. You know, whole ones roll around. A half cherry stays put.
I know, but I couldn't keep my mind on the business side.
Why not?
That half of a cherry. I counted the members present. 9 of us. 9 half cherries, or 4.5 cherries accounted for. Where was the other half of a cherry? What are they saving it for? A fruitcake? Oh, do they think that I'll take it. That'll be something Wellman just remembered he should have said at the meeting, but didn't. Hello? Dr. Hall speaking.
Evening, Dr. Hall. This is Warren.
Oh, good evening, Professor. How are you?
Satisfactory. Say, maybe you can do me a favor. You know a passage from Santa Ana about life flowing and stuff, which begins, seeds, blood, and tears are liquid?
It's vaguely familiar.
You got Santa Ana in your house?
Yes. I'm sure there's one tucked away in the library.
Good. Some light-fingered member of the Literati borrowed mine. I don't remember who. I'd like the complete passage from an 8 o'clock class tomorrow morning. You mind if I totter over and pick up your copy?
Well, I'd be delighted to see you, Professor, but in a storm like this, only the wayward daughters of stern fathers are being driven out. But if you want to hold on a minute, I'll read the passage to you.
Fine, if it's not too much bother.
Not at all, just hold on.
I'll talk to him while you hunt, Toddy. He's my oldest boyfriend.
Good, Vicky.
Hello, Professor Warren.
Why, good evening, Mrs. Hall.
Where have you been hiding? You promised to drop by and see us during the holidays. Now, I've got a lot of blank paragraphs in my diary.
Oh, my apologies, Mrs. Hall. But you see, I usually crawl into solitude on such occasions. Christmas, I hang up an old sock and put a horn in it, which I take out on New Year's Eve. At the stroke of midnight, I look in the mirror and blow 1 toot at myself and go to bed.
Well, sometime you bring it over here. I never heard you blow your own horn, Professor.
You can put that down to natural shyness and shortness of wind, lady. Not to any lack of conceit. Otherwise, I wouldn't even...
Vicky.
Oh, excuse me, Professor. Yes, Toddy?
Have you seen Santa Ana lately?
Well, no, dear. We'll call you back, Professor Warren.
All right.
Yeah, there's a philosopher named Santayana lost in our library, and we're forming a posse.
All right, bye.
Goodbye.
Here we are. Oh, did you hang up? I just found it.
Oh.
Now, if I can locate that passage, it must be in the essay on... Let me see some... Oh, here. Here it is. Now, what's his phone number? Well, that's odd. I've called him up often enough.
Well, I'll look it up.
Wait. Cedar 2655. No, that doesn't sound like it. I remember that much too easily. It must be wrong.
Of course, I know it's ridiculous. And it's the last thing anybody would ever be caught at. And I'm a flighty woman even to suggest it. But how about trying the phone book?
No, not for Warren. He'd insist on being unlisted if he were the head of the fire department.
Well, let's find out. I like to look through the phone directory anyway. It's the one book I can lay down any time without wondering what happens next. War net, war not, war now, war pack. Here we are, Warren. Warren, is it Joseph?
Yeah, that's right, Joseph Warren.
So he isn't listed. Nah. Yes, it is. Joseph Warren. Cedar, 7211.
Ah, good. Thank you, darling. Cedar. C-E... What was that? Cedar what?
Oh, Toddy. Now. Oh, knock. Oh, Pat Warren is all the way to the Cedar. 7. 2. 1.
1. Hello?
Oh,
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Have you got a pencil handy?
sure. Shoot.
All right, here it is. Seeds, blood, and tears are liquid. Nothing else is so poignant as what passes and flows, like music and love.
Huh?
And if this irreparable fluidity is sad, anything stark and arrested is sadder. Life is compelled to flow, and things must flow with it. Or, like Lot's wife, in the petrified gesture of refusal, remain to mock their own hopes. That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Lot's wife. Hey, listen, Mac. I'll go along with the gag any time, but I'm rushed tonight, see? There's 6 customers waiting and 6 Warren burgers on the griddle.
Warren burgers? To whom am I talking?
This is Joe Warren's diner. If you won't come to us, we'll come to you. A banquet in a bun. Now, what do you have?
I'm sorry. Nothing tonight, thank you.
Wrong, Warren.
Yes. This one sells something called Warren burgers. A banquet in a bun. I'll wager there's not half a maraschino cherry within sneering distance.
Sounds interesting. I'm sorry you didn't order a couple.
Well, I thought of it, believe me. But first things first, darling. What is Professor Warren's phone number?
Oh, it must be somewhere in your desk. Let's look now.
Cedar. I'm sure it was cedar. Or was it walnut? Or maple? Was it evergreen or deciduous?
Here's your address book. RSTUVW has... Professor J. Warren, 82 Piazza Barberini, Rome, Italy.
Oh, now, Vic. That's a leftover from Warren's sabbatical leave in 1937. Now, wait. Here's a... I'm up. I'll go. Professor Warren.
Evening, Dr. Hall, Mrs. Hall.
Oh, come in, Professor. You must be frozen.
In the recent jargon of our undergraduates, baby, it's cold outside. Thank you. We'll sit down.
Well, I'm sorry you had to walk over in this weather, Professor. I was trying to get you on the phone.
Yes, I know. You see, Burgess always takes over the moment I hang up. You should see my phone bill. You'd think I was the voice of America.
Burgess, who's he?
He's a her.
Oh.
It's Miss Burgess. She's my housekeeper. I'm willing her to the Smithsonian Institute. They'll hang her up on the ceiling under the port wing of the Spirit of St. Louis. Did you find the Santa Ana?
Yes, I did, and the quotation.
Good. That's worth 2 blocks in a blizzard.
Well, now that you're here, take off your coat and mittens and stay a while.
Thank you, Mrs. Hall. Wanted to speak to you, too, anyway. You busy Saturday night?
No, I don't think so, are we, Vicky?
Well, the Browning Society wanted you to read for them.
Let them get Browning. They've had guest speakers deader than he is.
Well, it appears we have a free evening.
Good. I thought we might have a quiet dinner, just the 3 of us, at Tony's out on the River Road. You know, I'm leaving Ivy next month.
Leaving? Oh, William, you didn't tell me.
I was hoping he wouldn't. I've made him an offer to stay on.
Mrs. Hall, I am superannuated. In Navy parlance, I'm to be decommissioned, coated with cosmoline, and nudged up the river to join the rest of the mothball fleet. I am disqualified because of old age.
Oh, now, you know it's not a question of disqualification, Professor. The retirement age is automatic. It's certainly wrong in your case, but regulations are never made for exceptions.
And you're always an exception, aren't you, Professor Warren? Why, you've built quite a reputation on it.
Mrs. Hall, I've always believed that if you travel with the crowd, you're liable to get your mind picked. But I think this retirement thing might be a good idea in my case. Out of sheer inertia, I'd probably have stayed on here till it dried up and blew around the campus, dirtying the front steps of Clarence Wellman Hall on rainy afternoons.
Well, in that case, there would be more brains outside than inside. Now, what are your plans, Professor?
No, nothing definite. Might go to Tibet.
Tibet?
That forbidden land where the foreign devil is not permitted to set foot. Unless he is one of 4,000 writers with camera and ballpoint pen who goes home and writes a book on how impossible it would be for anybody else to do what he did.
Well, personally, I wouldn't go any place I had to get to on a high llama.
Don't you mean a low llama, Vicky? You visit the high one. Before you ride off into the sunset, Professor, I want to ask a favor. You will help Professor Dickinson get acquainted with your department, won't you? You know, he's just getting settled, and there'll be a lot you can tell him.
Yes, there's plenty I could tell Professor Dickinson if he'd listen. But he's not interested in my ideas, and frankly, I don't like his either.
Well, since you put it that way, frankly, perhaps it's just as well to skip it.
It is just as well. We'd wind up behind the science building at dawn. Pistols for 2 and breakfast for 1. I've taken up enough of your evening. Just hand me my coat and mittens, and I'll be on my way.
Yes, here you are.
Thank you. No, Mrs. Hall, don't come to the door. You'll freeze. Good night.
Good night.
Professor Warren.
Don't forget about Saturday, Doctor, about 7.
Oh, thanks very much. We'll be looking forward to it.
Good night.
Good night.
I love that man. But he never stays put. He just gets started talking, and then he pops out and runs off.
Now, you know, I never dreamt it was possible that Warren could reconcile himself to retirement so easily. He's an old war horse, and I thought he'd die rather than leave his stable.
Oh, Toddy, here's the Santayana. He's forgotten to take it.
Oh, you better give it to me. I'll drop it by his house. Now, where did I put my overshoes?
Oh, you're not going out in this weather.
Yes, I am. I've been thinking seriously about those banquets on buns, those Warren burgers. And I've come to a decision.
Oh, well, that's quite different. Make it do with everything, darling. You hurry back.
So, you forgot your key again, huh?
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I thought it was the professor. Who is it?
Isn't Professor Warren in?
You haven't answered my question yet. Who are you?
Well, I'm Dr. Hall, Miss Burgess.
Oh, that's different. I know you. Come in, Doctor. I thought the professor was over to your house.
Well, he was. I thought he was coming back here.
Oh, that man out gallivanting around the town for half the night again. He'll catch his death. For the last month, he's been wandering around Ivy at all hours of the night like he'd never seen it before.
Professor Warren has a deep affection for Ivy.
Then why are you throwing him out?
Good heavens, we're not throwing him out, Miss Burgess. None of us want to see him go. But after all, how can you blame him for wanting to travel and see some of the world now that he has the freedom to do so?
See the world? Why, he hasn't even got bus fare from here to Kansas City.
He hasn't? Well, since you know so much about him, perhaps you can tell me what his real plans are.
He's moving in with his sister and her no-good husband up at Rock County. He's got no place else to go. Do you think he's too old for his job, too?
No. He's merely too old for our regulations. Oh, that needn't mean the end of things. There's a place for him here at Ivy. He can be a visiting professor as long as he'll stay. But you know as well as we do that nobody's ever been able to force him to do anything. It must be his choice.
Well, I know one thing. He can't just sit here looking out the window at the cemetery where he'll be buried someday. Only he won't be buried. Says he wants to be cremated in Emerson Hall.
Cremated in Emerson Hall?
Yes. Oh. Says it'll be the first time he was ever warm in that building.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
It was Goethe, the great poet of a bygone day, who said, "One ought, every day at least, to hear a little song, read a good poem, see a fine picture, and, if it were possible, to speak a few reasonable words." Now, taking our cue from Mr. Goethe, let's speak a few reasonable words on the subject of beer. In beer, as in a poem, a picture, or a song, there can be no substitute for quality. And there can be no higher tribute to the quality of Schlitz beer than this. So many people like the taste of Schlitz so well that they've made it the largest selling beer in America. Yes, the taste of Schlitz is winning more and more new friends every day. So if it's been some time since you've tasted Schlitz beer, you owe yourself that pleasure again. Next time, ask for Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. Then you, too, will discover it has to be fine to be first.
That surround us here today.
As we return to Ivy, Dr. and Mrs. Hall are the dinner guests of Professor Warren at a roadhouse a few miles outside of town.
How am I doing, Mrs. Hall? Bet you didn't know I danced so divinely, did you?
This is the first chance you'll give me to find out.
Well, it's not something I usually talk about, but I once wanted to be a ballet dancer. Twinkle Toes Warren, the boy in the velvet pants.
You paint a lovely picture. What stopped you?
Too many feet. In a more rational moment, I swapped my patent leather pumps for a set of Plutarch.
Oh, what happened to the boy who got the pumps?
He owns a filling station outside of Baltimore. That's fate, I guess. If you're born to the pumps, you're going to get them. Oh, say, I'm sorry that's over. Dibs on the next waltz, Mrs. Hall.
By all odds, the most talented couple on the floor.
There was a time, Dr. Hall, when Irene Castle was my favorite dancer. But in her foxiest trot days, she couldn't hold a candle to your wife.
Oh, Irene Castle, how long ago was that?
Oh, don't ask me for any contemporary dates, Mrs. Hall. Dates, I mean. If you asked me for those of Constantine and Theodosius, I could give them to you. But as far as my own personal chronicle goes, I don't even know what year I was born.
What, you do... Oh, wait a minute. Then how do you know you're 65?
I don't. Never had a birth certificate. Or if I did, I lost it. During the First World War, when I had to produce one, I discovered that the town hall of Centerville, Ohio, had long since burned down. So I just picked a good round birth year, and now I'm stuck with it. Looks like it was not a winning number either.
Oh, I'm not so sure. Professor, you've just set your clock back. I'll take this up with the Board of Governors tomorrow. For all anybody knows, you're a boy of 21.
Well, thanks, Doctor. Thank you very much, but it's no good. I don't think I'd enjoy borrowed time.
Time is community property. Help yourself.
No, I appreciate your good intentions, but you don't know how well off you're going to be without me. This Professor Dickinson, there's a boy you won't have any trouble with. He'll go to all the teas, make all the proper little speeches, be nice to all the right people.
All the social amenities here are well enough taken care of, but the heart of Ivy is the classroom. And that's where your heart has always been.
Right now, my heart's in the Highlands.
Why, you told us you were going to Mexico City or all points south.
Well, I've changed my plans again. I've decided to go down to Rio first. Thought I might get myself a cabana on the beach and just bask in the sun. Funny thing, I don't believe I've ever basked.
Well, I admit the prospect is very attractive, with all the snow we've had this winter.
Well, when you're approaching winter yourself, that's the time you start looking for summer everywhere. That's why I'm heading south. Say, I'm a fine host, spending the whole evening talking about myself. Here, let me fill your glasses. It's milk from Contented Vineyards.
Thank you. Well, here's a toast. Courtesy of Thoreau. To him whose elastic and vigorous thought keeps pace with the sun, the day is a perpetual morning.
Good morning, everybody. Bottoms up. Dr. Hall, may I please have this dance?
Of course, darling. Will you excuse us, Professor?
Well, this one you may have, Doctor. But remember, the waltz is mine.
Toddy, we can't let him leave Ivy.
Yes, but how to make him stay?
Yes, if only he weren't being so gay about it all. They'd much more like him to get into a fury at you and Ivy and everybody letting him go.
We don't want to let him go. We're only... Vicky, that's the answer. You've given me the only good idea I've had all day. You think they'd throw us out if I kissed you?
Well, if they do, you can kiss me again on the sidewalk.
Excuse me, Professor. I'm on the phone, Vicky. Yes, go ahead, Professor Dickinson. And what did he say? He did? Well, so far, so good. You've been very cooperative, Professor, and we're all obliged to you. As long as you're willing to be the heavy, I think we can make Professor Warren see the light. Yes, I'll let you know. Goodbye. Vicky, I think we're in for a big win.
Well, that's what we wanted, wasn't it? But we still don't know which way it's going to blow.
Dickinson's already got the first blast, and it came from the expected direction. He said it was a real twister.
Oh, by the way, darling, you wanted me to remind you. Did you send a telegram?
Which one?
For the 100th anniversary of Northwestern University.
Oh, yes, I sent one to Rocky Miller, and one to President Daniel Marsh of Boston University. It's his silver anniversary, and he's retiring.
What'd you say? Did you quote Washington's farewell to his men? Quote, "So long, fellas," unquote?
No. I said, and I quote, "Dear Dan, hail and farewell on your silver anniversary. Expect you to be snapped up immediately by private industry as the inventor of a silver product that can never be tarnished. Warmest regards, Bill Hall."
Oh, that's nice. Yes. I'll get it. Yes?
Good morning. I'd like to see the president. I'm Miss Burgess. You're Mrs. Hall. Pleased to meet you. Heard a lot about you. All good.
William, there's someone here.
Oh, Miss Burgess. Well, good morning. Won't you sit down?
I've just come over to let you know that the professor's leaving on the 3 o'clock train today. You've got to stop him.
Miss Burgess, that's exactly what we're hoping to do.
Hope never stopped a railway train. Are you just going to sit back here and do nothing?
Well, Professor Warren has an excellent mind of his own. And now we'll undoubtedly hear him speak a piece of that mind.
You mean he's here?
Unless the wind's changed. He's at the door right now.
Vicky, you and Mrs. Burgess run for cover.
Yes, come into the kitchen with me until the weather's cleared up. It's just a local disturbance.
Well, Professor Warren, come in.
You might as well know it, Dr. Hall. I have a ticket on the 3 o'clock train out of here today. But something happened this morning. A thing called Dickinson.
No, something happened to Professor Dickinson?
Something happened? The man's lost his mind. Have you any idea what that lemonhead is planning to do to my history department?
Yes, I'm aware of his plan.
You're not going to let him get away with it?
I don't understand what you mean. I have the highest esteem for Professor Dickinson, both as a scholar and as an administrator.
Oh, you have you?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's your job, I guess. You got to please everybody. Professional etiquette. But I don't work here anymore, and I can speak my mind. If that man goes ahead with what he's doing, well, that's the end.
If you think it's that serious, Professor, I think you should give me more specific reasons.
He's chopping the whole curriculum up into little bitty pieces. There isn't one single class to put them all together so they make any sense. What's history? History is continuity. Some people claim that history is a bunch of lies agreed upon, and maybe it is. But even so, without continuity, without relevance, history is a bunch of dates on cornerstones and names on tombstones.
Oh, yes, I know that, Professor, and I don't believe Dickinson would have any quarrel with it.
And why hasn't he scheduled at least one class on the meaning and interpretation of history?
Oh, as I understand it, he is omitting such a class at the present, primarily because there is no one available here to teach it. Accordingly, he is going to concentrate on a more thorough grounding in the basic source material.
Source material, my Aunt Mabel's bustle. I know what he's really up to. He's a Toynbee man. Well, I'm not.
Now, don't sell Toynbee short. He's probably the outstanding historian of our time.
I didn't say he wasn't any good. Just don't agree with him. And I'd hate to see Ivy's history department represent only one point of view. That's not learning, that's memorizing.
Well, I don't want any department at Ivy to present only one point of view.
Well.
However, if there is no one here to replace you and your approach, I can't expect him to teach history your way.
Well, he's got 3 men in that department that could take over.
They already have assignments.
Oh, they have?
Uh-huh.
So Dickinson is going to muzzle them with that source material nonsense of his. You think I'd enjoy basking on the beach at Rio knowing this was going on? that the kids here were only getting one side of a subject? Your offer still go?
Of course. I've never withdrawn it.
I can stay on? No permanent status? No strings attached?
That's right.
All right, then, I'm back.
Welcome home, my friend. I'll tell Dickinson to schedule your course, but naturally I won't say anything about your opinion of his ideas.
You won't have to. He knows him. Now I'm off. Got to be down at the station and get a refund on my ticket. The fare to South America, you know, is not just coat hangers.
Goodbye, Professor.
So long. Say hello to Mrs. Hall. Last evening was very pleasant. I wish I could say as much for this morning. Dickinson is a lousy dancer.
I couldn't hear everything, Toddy, but he certainly sounded angry.
He got so angry, he decided to stay here at Ivy.
How do you feel?
Ruthless, conniving, despicable, and delighted.
Oh, I can't tell you how glad I am, Doctor. The professor sounded like his old self. He hasn't hollered that loud in a whole year. How'd you ever do it?
Oh, I just went back 65 years in my time machine.
Yes, burned down the city hall in Centerville, Ohio, with all the birth records.
Doctor, for a firebug, you burn a real hot match.
Thank you, Miss Burgess. Officiating at the accouchement of Professor Warren's new birth date makes me feel a little like a statistical midwife, but I'm glad he'll spend his newfound youth with us. It seems, as Sir Walter Raleigh said, that history has triumphed over time.
When there's beer on your mind, your best thought is Schlitz, the beer that made Milwaukee famous. More people like the taste of Schlitz than any other beer. That's why Schlitz is the largest selling beer in America.
Here again are Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman.
Good night, everyone.
Night.
We'll be seeing you next week at this same time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. The other players were Verna Felton, Arthur Q. Bryan, and Sidney Miller. Tonight's script was written by Barbara and Milton Merlin and Don Quinn. The Halls of Ivy was created by Don Quinn, directed by Nat Wolf, and presented transcribed by the Joseph Schlitz Brewing Company of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, who invites you to enjoy the Pulitzer Prize Playhouse on television on Friday nights. Ken Carpenter speaking.
Good evening. This is Ronald Coleman, inviting you to join Mrs. Coleman and me for the next half hour.
And now, the Halls of Ivy. The halls of ivy that surround us here today, and we will not forget though we be far, far away.
Welcome again to Ivy College, that is, in the town of Ivy, USA. Second, perhaps, on the list of well-known presidents who play the piano is William Todhunter Hall, president of Ivy College. He never was nor will be of concert caliber, but he has a journeyman knowledge of Bach, Berlin, Brahms, Beethoven, and Jelly Roll Morton. He's quite modest about his musical accomplishments, and if you listen attentively, you'll see why.
I'm playing with my gloves on. Vicky, it's nearly 8 o'clock. We mustn't be late, you know.
Yeah, I know, Toddy. I'll be there in a minute. I'm just putting my face on.
What could she possibly do to her face to improve it? It's perfect the way it is.
Oh, I like that. What is it? Concerto for the left hand, dedicated to Victoria Hall with glove.
With glove and kisses, my darling. How do you think I do as a nightclub piano player? Honky Tonk Paul. The dog who chased the kitten off the key. Doubles with triple flute. Has own tuxedo. Will travel.
Well, you'd be sensational. And I'd like to get into the act, too.
Oh, well, in that case, we'll have to play the better bistros.
Yeah, I'll sit on the piano and sing torchy songs with a long salmon-colored chiffon handkerchief and half a pound of blue eyeshadow.
Wonderful. Wonderful. We'll bill ourselves as Hall and Cromwell. Not good, but loud. Darling, we must hurry. It's 8:20, you know, and we're on the receiving line. Come on.
Now, tell me again, darling, what is this faculty reception? Who's being received?
Well, 2 visiting dignitaries. They constitute a committee. Ivy College is being inspected.
For what? Political conformity? Sanitation? Possible site for a supermarket?
You ever hear of a Frenchman named Legrand of the Legrand Foundation? Made a fortune over here in cosmetics, I believe.
No, but it's a great way to make a fortune, they tell me. Just think, the Indians painted their faces for hundreds of years and nobody made a nickel out of it. It's a shame.
Well, that was when men used the cosmetics. When the squaws began using it, the men started selling it. With the Indians, as with every race, everybody is out to make a fast buck. That's an old Cherokee epigram.
I don't know how we got from Paris to Oklahoma, but what about Mr. Legrand?
Well, he left a fortune to a foundation for the fostering of cultural relations between the United States and Europe, particularly France. One American college will be selected as a sort of pilot plant to begin a program of exchange relations with French universities, visiting professors, exchange students, and so on.
How interesting. I should say that was something very much needed now.
Oh, now, more than ever. The United Nations has given its blessing.
And how good are our chances?
Well, they've visited a score or more of colleges, and we happen to be the last on their schedule.
Well, tonight they meet our nice faculty. And you. Think of that. After 20 colleges, they meet you. What a wonderful third act curtain. What a finale.
Vicky. No, Vicky, it was you I was counting on to sway them.
Well, who are they, anyway?
Well, Simmons, who is connected with the foundation, and a man from the Sorbonne named Dubois, who will handle the French end of it. I gather the real decision will be up to Dubois.
Should we do anything to entertain them beyond this affair tonight?
Well, they descended on us without warning, like bank examiners, and probably don't expect entertainment. But as a matter of fact, Vicky, I invited them to dinner tomorrow night.
Well, how soon would you remember to tell me? But how about Mr. Wellman?
Wellman is in Philadelphia, the city until now of brotherly love.
Good.
Oh, you like Dubois, very urbane and courteous. Simmons is another kettle of fish entirely. Sardonic and inclined to throw his weight around. I've had dealings with him before, and he's an alumnus of Bowser, incidentally. Well, here we are.
The faculty's beginning to arrive. We really look rather elegant when we're all dressed up, don't we?
Yes. But I fear that the dim religious light of our auditorium conceals many a mothhole and shiny trouser feet. Even at Ivy, the temporal rewards of scholarship are slim. After you, Vicky, I'll hold the door. Oh, good evening, Mrs. Horton. Evening, Professor. Mr. Dubois. Have you and Mr. Simmons had a satisfactory day? I hope everyone was cooperative.
Oh, yes, I think it is safe to say that we are favorably impressed with the physical plant and with the general caliber of the faculty.
That's gratifying. We're rather proud of both.
But I at least do not feel that I have the flavor, so to speak, of Ivy, the esprit.
What Professor Dubois means, Dr. Hall, is that we're interested in more than buildings, books, and professors. We're trying to sense the atmosphere of the place.
A little difficult to absorb, I should say, in a one-day visit.
In particular, we're convinced that the institution to be selected must show a genuine concern for culture in the best sense of the word. A concern which is not external or imposed from above, but which somehow permeates the whole student body.
Yes, that is it. We want to know whether the students themselves embody the ideals of the institution.
Precisely. The cultural test will be the cultural level of the students. Their general outlook, their deportment.
Well, most of them, remember, are still in their teens.
Even so, our hope is to find a real community of scholars, serious in purpose, devoted to the cultivation of things of the mind.
Well, here at Ivy, we like to think of ourselves as carrying on the glorious tradition of Plato's Academy, of Aristotle's Lyceum, of the University of Paris in the days of St. Thomas and Albert the Great, of Oxford in its finest era, of the Cambridge of Sir Isaac Newton. In short, we like to...
Evans, what's that?
Sounds like a riot. The students seem to be having some kind
William,
of a...
we must have won the basketball game.
Of course. Good. I wonder what the score was.
Basketball game? Do you mean to tell me, Dr. Hall, that all this disturbance is made because of a basketball game?
Some of our American folkways may seem strange to you, Professor Dubois, but tonight our team was playing against Vassar College. Your school, Mr. Simmons.
In France, this sort of tumult could only be produced by politics. But...
Oh, the lights. What happened? As if I didn't know.
The power must have failed. It happens occasionally when we win. Here, I'll light a match. Let's find our coats. The reception is over anyway.
This the way culture is permeating the Ivy student body, Dr. Hall?
Well, one way, possibly. And culture is often acquired in quite peculiar fashion. A large and beautiful cultured pearl, for instance, is the result of irritating an oyster, which, having a low-grade nervous system, is difficult to irritate. So, think how much better off we are with our easily abraded nerves. Think of the pearls we are producing. What a day this has been. I've had nothing but bulletins of disaster.
Have they by any chance involved our two distinguished visitors?
How did you know?
Marjorie Horton was just on the phone. She saw the most horrible thing a few minutes ago.
Oh, not again.
Some of the boys were having a snowball fight.
Uh-oh. I know what's coming.
And someone threw a Texas Liga just as Mr. Simmons and Professor Dubois turned the corner by the chapel.
Which one got it?
Mr. Simmons knocked his hat off, almost got his head.
Of course. Naturally. It would. Vicky, the whole day has been like that. Our young men and women of culture have gone mad. Those pearls I boasted of are acting more like gallstones.
Isn't it awful? Just when we wanted to make a good impression.
Of course, I can't blame the students for Dubois slipping on the ice this morning, but...
Poor Professor Dubois.
Well, it must have been quite a spectacle. He landed right on his... in his own geography. It'd be somewhere around the Pyrenees.
Not hurt, I hope.
No, but considerably ruffled in dignity. Nature may have been to blame for that. But when the alarm clock went off in the library reading room, it wasn't what the lawyers call an act of God.
I suppose there's no way of convincing Simmons and Dubois that this sort of thing doesn't go on all the time.
No, I'm sure there isn't. Nope, I've abandoned hope of the Legrand Award. I've just learned, for example, that the day they arrived at Bowser, the Paganini String Quartet came to play. And a student production of King Lear opened the following night.
Strange. I never can think of Lear without thinking of Groucho Marx. Well, doesn't it matter that we've already had the Paganinis and very well attended to? And that the Dramatic Society is doing 12th night next month?
Not after today, it doesn't. Nothing will. We are kaput.
Oh, Toddy, I'm so sorry.
Well, Vicky, let's just relax. Let's write this one off. We can't do anything to alter the decision that I'm sure they've made.
Yeah, we'll just enjoy ourselves tonight. Social as all get out. And not a word to them about Ivy or the foundation or the students.
And we'll pretend that Legrand Award is two bad words.
And anybody who uses them must have their mouths washed out with money.
And I have always maintained, Dr. Hall, that some of the sciences are, what would I say, hampered by too technical language. It restricts not only understanding, but interest.
Yeah, my husband has always believed that, Mr. Dubois. You should have heard him revise our astronomy professor's language. He not only brought it down to the man on the street, he dug a ditch 10 feet below that.
Well, I have to admit that the trend in both academic and government circles is toward obfuscation. Gobbledygook, I think they call it.
A friend of mine, Dr. George Headley, wrote quite a fascinating ballad about it. He's the chaplain at Mills College in Oakland, California.
Oh, yes. The second verse is the one I love, William. Can you remember it?
Oh, I don't know. Let me see. How does it go? Yeah. Oh, yes. Meaning is Holocaust to your symbology. Life poured away in your verbal libation. Study of neighborhoods known as ecology. Love is a superorganic equation. Scholarships, all questionnaire compilation. Toss in the indices, stir 'em and cook. All is permitted but simplification in sociological gobbledygook.
Yes, shall we go into the other room?
Oh, a delicious dinner, Mrs. Hall.
Oh, thank you.
I could soon become a convert to American, to Anglo-American cooking.
Well, it's wholesome at least. We're growing quite tall on it.
Cigarette, Mr. Simmons, or a cigar?
Yes, that's very nice.
Light, Professor Dubois.
Thank you. Thank you. By the way, Dr. Hall.
Yes?
We haven't mentioned Ivy College all evening, although several times I tried to bring the matter up. Professor Dubois and I have several more questions.
Oh, I'd be delighted to hear them.
For example, the background of the students interests us very much. Do they come largely from well-to-do homes? Homes of culture?
They come from every kind of home, Mr. Simmons. A good average cross-section of American youth. You and Professor Dubois have now had an opportunity to see the college and the students. I fear that you may not have seen them at their best, but basically they're a splendid lot. Down to the core. And the cultural level here at Ivy is gratifyingly high. And the students do take an interest in things of the mind. That's why they are here. But they aren't gutsy about it. I only wish you had the opportunity to meet more of them individually. I feel sure that, I'll go, dear. Please excuse me, won't you?
Hello, Dr. Hall.
Oh, hello, Whizzer. Good evening. Won't you come in?
Gee, thanks.
Whizzer? We there?
I saw your light. I wanted to see you about something, but...
Oh, not at all, Whizzer. It's perfectly all right. Come in. You and Mrs. Hall have met, I believe.
Oh, certainly we have. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks, Mrs. Hall.
And I know our guests would like to meet you. Professor Dubois and Mr. Simmons. This is Whizzer Lockett.
How do you do?
How do you do? Whizzer was captain of our freshman archery team this year.
Well, we're doubly honored. The corpus, so to speak, of our recent discussion.
Mr. Simmons and Professor Dubois are visiting Ivy for a day or two.
Yeah, I know. You're the guy I hit with that snowball this afternoon. Gee, I'm sure sorry, but it was getting kind of dark and...
Yes, I am that guy.
Well, I want to apologize.
Well, sit down.
Thanks. I started after you to see if you were hurt, but you were a long way off.
Tell me, Whizzer, what is your chief interest? Philosophy, perhaps? Of course, you've seen Bertrand Russell's recent volume on epistemology.
Bertrand Russell? Gosh, no, I guess I must have missed that one.
Yeah. After all, Mr. Simmons, Whizzer is just a freshman.
Yes. Perhaps the classical languages are your strong point.
Well, I had a couple of years of Latin in high school.
No?
But...
A scientist, perhaps? Or a mathematician?
Well, I'm not too good at math.
Students don't usually choose their major field until after their freshman year, Mr. Simmons.
Yes. Literature, then. You're the type who'd feel at home in the 17th century, I'm sure. Do you know the metaphysical poet?
The what?
Not literature. Then it must be music. Do you enjoy Debussy, Whizzer, or are your tastes more strictly classical?
Gosh, Dr. Hall, I guess I'm kind of in over my head.
What was it you wanted to see me about? We can go to the study if you like.
Please ignore me. I merely thought this a capital opportunity to make trial of the cultural level of the students of Ivy College.
It sounded to me more like an execution than a trial, Mr. Simmons.
Go on, Whizzer.
I wonder if I should tell. This is going to sound kind of funny, but... Well, Dr. Hall, you know, this is Hell Week.
Yes, the intelligence had somehow reached me.
Hell Week? What is Hell Week?
A part of fraternity initiation, Mr. Dubois.
A quaint survival of some of Ivy's more ancient traditions.
Yeah, I'm getting initiated this week. The boys at the house gave me the darndest thing to do. Well, this is sure going to sound funny.
Well, out with it, Whizzer. I'm becoming inured to these things over the years. Last year, a student was sent to mow my lawn. There were 18 inches of snow on the ground at the time.
Gee, I guess I should have asked Mrs. Hall.
Yes. The students often consider me a more accessible avenue. A little more shady, too.
Well, you can't back down now.
Well, I do have to have it by tonight.
Have to have what?
A baby picture of Dr. Hall.
Magnificent. Baby picture. Students of Ivy do take an interest in things of the mind.
Whizzer. Never let it be said that the president ever failed to heed the legitimate request of a student. But to the best of my knowledge, there is no baby picture of myself in existence. Had there been one, I assure you I would long since have made certain of its destruction.
Ah, that's where you're wrong, William. After we were married, your mother gave me an album devoted entirely to pictures of you.
Oh, no.
So, your mission will not be a failure with us. There are hundreds of baby pictures to choose from. You come with me. I have the album hidden in Dr. Hall's study, where you'd never think of looking. Will you all excuse me?
Of course we
Come on, then.
Okay, but gee, I didn't realize it.
Well, gentlemen, I think I'd better leave unfinished the little speech I was making about the cultural life of Ivy College.
You might have difficulty putting a note of conviction into it.
But this is very interesting. Do the students all feel free to come to your home on errands of this sort?
Oh, certainly. Not that they do very often.
I should hope not.
In fact, the students are really very considerate of us. But Whizzer, I'm afraid, was acting under a certain amount of duress.
But surely the office of president carries with it a dignity. How can you lower yourself to fall in with this sort of horseplay?
Mr. Simmons and Professor Dubois, my point of view may seem strange, but I do not consider that I am, as you put it, lowering myself when I treat a student with ordinary understanding and courtesy, and a small amount of humor. There is no divinity that hedges a college president. I like the students, and they know it. They know I'm on their side.
So they think they can get away with anything?
Oh, not at all, Mr. Simmons. Oh, no, you missed the point entirely. It is just because I have placed no artificial barriers between myself and the students that they don't try to get away with things. Mrs. Hall and I are treated with unfailing consideration and kindness. This sort of thing with Whizzer is... it's quite harmless. In fact, I find it rather amusing. And Whizzer is a very...
You'll be sure to get this back to me. I think you chose the darlingest word.
Thanks, Mrs. Hall. I'll be careful with it.
Yeah, come on. Show Dr. Hall which one you picked out.
Well, here.
Yes, I seem to have been a nudist in those days.
Here, look, Mr. Simmons. Now, isn't that the cutest little curl over his forehead?
Charming.
Whizzer, I presume you realize that you have in your hand a powerful instrument of blackmail. I am completely at your mercy.
Oh, gosh, Dr. Hall, I'll get it back to you. Well, I guess I'd better be going.
Oh, must you?
Yeah, I got a chemistry quiz in the morning, and, well, good night, Professor Dubois and Mr. Simmons. Very glad to have met you.
Good night, Whizzer.
I'll come to the door with you.
Good night, Mrs. Hall, and thanks for everything.
Yeah, it was fun. Good night.
Whizzer, in consideration of the prompt return of this picture, I am prepared to drop the first payment in bills of small denomination done up in brown paper over the hedge by the cemetery, right? Good night.
Don't worry, Dr. Hall. So long.
Well, Doctor, we've got to catch a train. We both had a pleasant evening. But before we go, I think I can speak for Professor Dubois with regard to the Legrand Foundation. I wanted to be frank with you, Doctor.
Oh, I think I know what you're going to tell me, that there isn't sufficient atmosphere of culture at Ivy to make it the ideal choice.
Precisely. You've spared me the necessity to...
Just a moment, Mr. Simmons. This is one occasion when you cannot speak for me. You understand, Dr. Hall, that the final decision is in my hands. As you must know, most of our work of investigation was done before we ever set out on this trip. Such things as academic standards, they are matters of public record. Ivy stood well up among the colleges being considered. So, it became a matter of learning something of the spirit, the atmosphere.
I see, yes. Things which are not matters of public record.
One of the purposes of our experiment is to permit European students to experience what is best and most valuable in America. What this country can uniquely give to the world.
And perhaps a foreigner can better determine that than an American.
I see a respect for the individual as a human being, without consideration of race, creed, or station, exemplified in the way that you and Mrs. Hall treated that boy this evening. I felt, how shall I say it, a warmth, a sense of mutual respect and friendship that quite overshadowed the frivolous errand on which he came.
At times I take frivolity quite seriously.
But this is the kind of atmosphere which I would covet for the students of unhappy Europe. And that is why I have decided that Ivy should be the first college to take part in this experiment.
Oh, William.
Paul, if you can take it from a Bowser man, congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, you will, of course, receive formal notification, but...
Oh, that must be our case.
So soon? Oh, well, I'll get your coat.
We are indebted to you, Mrs. Hall, for a delightful evening.
Oh, thank you. I'm so glad.
Here, let me help you. I wish you could have stayed at Ivy longer. We usually try to keep our skeleton from the closet, but perhaps another visit.
Oh, I hope so.
Right.
Good night.
Goodbye. Goodbye, Mr. Dubois. Thus is victory snatched from defeat. A minor miracle, I should say.
No, just a major revelation, Toddy, of you as an individual. The French love individualism, you know.
Yes, I suppose that was one of the reasons.
And I doubt if Mr. Dubois has seen any other college president, even a picture of one, lying nude on a rug waving a bottle.
Cute little curl indeed. I did have a certain amount of simple charm, didn't I?
Week at this time at the Halls of Ivy, starring Mr. and Mrs. Ronald Coleman. Ken Carpenter speaking.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio Service, the voice of information and education.